Yes, so the lane assignment for the upcoming race, event number 30, boys 9 to 10, 4x100 meters relay, and class 3 and 4 boys. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, lane 1. In lane 2, sorry, lane 1 is vacant. In lane 3, we see Joyce in Library Primary. Lane 4, Charlestown Primary. Lane 5, Ivor Walters. Lane 6, Violet Nichols Primary. And lane 7 is the Maud Cross Preparatory. And lane 8, St. Thomas's Primary. So, it's been a good afternoon so far, though. The crowd on the outside, they are really vibrant. They're in their colors, the purple, the maroon, they're all out in the crowd, showing a real colorful crowd. Had a few sprinkles down on the western end. The stand is almost full. And the turnout for this inter-primary has really been outstanding. It's the 24th running of the inter-primary. And I'm sure by next year, for the 25th, we really should and would see something bigger for that milestone in the inter-primary event here at the ETW Park.
Bigger and better, Rudy. Of course, the Gulf Insurance has been with us for somewhat 23 years.
Yes.
Yeah, the first, I would assume, Rudy, after the first year, they would have said, I need to get in on this.
Yes, the first year would have really caught them eyes.
Exactly.
Caught their eyes and they got on board the very next year.
Of course, we say thanks to the Gulf Insurance, to the local distributors, Evelyn. I think Evelyn is the local person here in the Bronx.
Right there in Charlestown, the drugstore.
Exactly. So we say thanks to our gold sponsors, Hail Evelyn, and those who probably would have contributed individually, whether private or public. We say thanks to them for making this meet what it is. Woody, you're going to call this one?
Thank you, Dow. The athletes start on the started orders. And we're waiting to see the start of the boys. And they're off. So the boys are off as they make their way around the track. St. Thomas's Primary lead the way, followed by VOGen. Ivor Walters is there. Charleston is coming up as well as they go around up to the first baton station pass. Charleston passes, Ivor Walters passes, so is St. Thomas's and VOGen stumble as they make their way around on the western end of the ground. St. Thomas's has gone off by some 20 meters or so in the lead. But he's all the way out in lane 8. Let's wait and see what happens as they turn around. Here comes Ivor Walters now. Passes off. Yes, he does. And Charleston passes. St. Thomas's passes. And around the turn they come. Up towards the third baton station now. As they come around, this would be the final pass for the race here this afternoon in the boys. As they come up now, Ivor Walters takes St. Thomas's takes, and so is Charlestown. The battle is on. As they come down the stretch, it's Charlestown on the inside, St. Thomas is on the out, and Ivor Walters in between. As they come down, Ivor Walters is looking good between. As they come down, he's trying to hold on. Can he hold on? And he's the man who takes the goal. Ivor Walters takes goal again. Well run there by the Ivor Walters athlete. St. Thomas's did well on the outside, and so was Charlestown. And it was a real exciting finish in the end now. But Ivor Walters took the goal.
As we have the compliments of the NNC, Rudy, we have our replay, instant replay, will give us a good idea of what actually took place on the slow motion, Rudy boy, to culminate this 4x1 for the 9 to 10 boys. That's the grade 3 and 4 boys. Yep. Of the primary school. As we see, there was a slight mix-up there with St. Thomas's. Young Dow would have stepped over, but Woody, in a case like this, we had some mix-up in previous relay, and we are wondering what the judges would decide in terms of athletes going into another lane, if it's a disqualification or what.
Well, I think once it doesn't interfere with the athletes on the other lane, I think they could get away with it. But if it comes down that it upset the athlete in the other lane, it would be a problem. But, you know, they have clearly adjusted themselves quickly after realizing that they would have, you know, gone over into the other lane. So I don't think that anyone would be penalized really for it.
Okay, well, I know on the international scene, and of course we are preparing the athletes.
Look at the crowd on the hillside now. The orange umbrellas are up, the orange flags are up, the purple, the green, the blues, the maroons, they're all in colors representing their different schools. And at the end of the day, though, they're all winners. All winners.
Definitely.
That's the motto. They're all winners. So it's good to see that the crowd has conduct themselves and not really teasing any of the athletes, but instead cheering on the athletes.
Well, as we get set, Rudy, for the girls 11 to 13, 4x1 meter class 1 and 2 girls. The record holder CPS back in 2006, some 16 years ago, they would have held, the relay team of the Charlestown Primary School would have held this record in a time of 54.57 seconds way back in 2000. And the lane assignments for the 4x1 age 11 to 13 girls. And lane 2, Josephine Libert Primary. In lane 3, St. James Primary. Lane 4, Ivor Walters Primary. Lane 5, Maud Cross Preparatory. Lane 6, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. 7, Charlestown Primary. 8, St. Thomas's Primary. And that's the lane assignment for the 11 to 13 girls. Pretty interesting, Rudy, and it's shaping up. And of course, the viewers can see our lane assignment as they're looking for any individual athlete. Of course, they can know whether they're starting or whether they're finishing. Compliments again, the good guys there at NNC, Huey, Felicia, Short, and Kerry, and those guys would have been doing a good job over the years. And of course, we have stepped up one notch, Woody. We have instant replay.
Yes, though, and all kudos to the guys at NNC. They have been doing a wonderful job. And what I always said is that they take the sport home to those who can't make it. Those who want the job, they can still have a little peek on the left and the right and get to see what's happening here at the ETW Park. So it's always been kudos to the guys at NNC for taking the sports back in the homes from where the parents are those who just cannot make it at the time. So the athletes are now lining up for event number 31, event number 31. Yeah. And it's still into the 4x100 meters. So event number 31 on the card. As I welcome back Ramo, who has come to join me here and get some more excitement on the big screen here in the live Sky Sports sitting room here, the NNC team here. And just want to say good afternoon to one Denise Gigi, who is over there in Florida, and she is live, watching us live here. And she has always been, for the past 23 years, she has been watching this, and she's up to date with it as well. We want to say good afternoon to Gigi and Auntie Maggie and all the rest, Sonia and Avery, all those who are watching us live here. But we are here at the ETW Park, Rabo. We have seen, and the athletes off. So as they make their way around, it's St. Thomas's in lane 8, lane 7 is Charlestown, there's Elizabeth in 6. As they make their way around up toward the first baton station pass, Ivor Walters passes off. St. Thomas's is struggling to take, so is Charlestown. As they make their way around though, it seems as though it's Charlestown in second place, followed by Ivor Walters, but there's St. Thomas's on the outside who's leading the way here. Let's wait and see what happened here. The baton pass goes off now. St. Thomas's, Charlestown and Ivor Walters as they come up around the turn they come. St. Thomas is still leading the way though, as they make their way around towards the final baton station. St. Thomas is in lane 8 and Charlestown in lane 7. As they come up towards the final baton pass. Oh, and here goes Ivor Walters taking. St. Thomas's and Charlestown take as well as they come down the track. Down the track they come now. And on the inside is Joyce in Liber. St. Thomas is still leading the way. As they come down, Charlestown is in second place. And here comes Charlestown in second, taking silver. Ivor Walters take the bronze. And St. Thomas's took the gold. Rabo. And St. Thomas's and the Ivor Walters have been coming up with some goals in this 4x100 meters relay so far.
Very interesting race, Rudy. At the end of the day, we just have to wait. Because at the end of the day, the scores are going to be very close. Charlestown are among the medals. If not gold, the silver. So they are among getting points. So it's, at the call of today's event, then we will be able to tell who is the overall champion.
That's true. So it's far from over here at the ETW Park. Some 54 races on the card. We are now up to 32. Event number 32.
Yeah.
It's 11 to 13 boys, 4x100 meters relay. Class 1 and 2 boys. You see in lane 2, the Mart Cross Preparatory. In lane 3 is Charlestown Primary. In lane 4, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. In lane 5, Ivor Walters Primary. In lane 6, St. Thomas's Primary. Lane 7, St. James's Primary. And lane 8, Joycelyn Liebert Primary. Those are the lane assignment for the athletes taking part in event number 32. For the Marcos Preparatory, it's the Andy Young and Alexandra Keynes. They are the two athletes finish and start. And but Rabo
For the Marcos, Jeffers is at lane 4.
Lane 4, Jeffers.
He's going to finish.
Levonsky, Jeffers.
Levensky Jeffers is going to finish.
He's going to do the finishing for Marcos Preparatory.
For Charleston Primary School.
You got Kimalin Newton and Jules Scarborough will be finishing. And for Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, we have Akeem Lewis. And with Akeem Lewis, we have Raymond Vasquez. Robert Quillen.
Robert Quillen.
But the event here is growing year after year, Rebo. And what can we say? It's only getting better and better here at DTW Park on the track with the inter-primary school sports meet.
Track and field and fashion display at its best.
Yes, I know in the future we probably will be looking at there's our main sponsor, Gulf Insurance. The flags are blowing in the breeze. Very stiff breeze across. Very challenging for the athletes coming up the backstretch over at the Villa ground, the high school ground end. And the breeze is very stiff, so they would have to really put their stronger athletes in that area and make sure that they can pull the race off. We're seeing the athletes now in position. And they're all in position here now. The white flag going up, that means that the starting station is ready. They will have to get the signal from the others around the ground. But you got to say kudos to all those who have something to do with the inter-primary school sports meet here. It's a lot of organizing. Green, the track is nicely groomed and well set out.
So thanks to Four Seasons for once again coming forward and helping us having a green field for our golf insurance in the primary school sports.
The setting is right on the right hand side. There's a VIP tent for the main sponsors and the associates, those who have done some sponsorship for the inter-primary. Along the rail you can see the different colors. The mommy and the daddies and uncles and cousins are actually showing their colors for their respective schools. As a little close-up, VIP section, and also beyond that is the final where the photo finish and the timers and judges is situated. So the starter is one Carl Claxton, and he is in position. They're just waiting for the other stations to get ready to see the start of event number 32, 4x100 meters, 11 to 13 boys relay. This is a day that a lot of people would have been waiting for throughout the year. From January, February, when the individual sports meet would have been going on, Rebo. I happened to travel around the island from sport meet to sport meet as a commentator. I like to see the athletes before the final day. And I came here today with great expectation for the Joycelyn Liebert Primary School, who was looking so good at the sports meet.
Well, they're still looking good. They're not out of it. They're in fourth place at the end of the 200 meters. So they have been among the medals for one or two of the race. So they're still a part of
and they off. Event number 32, 11 to 13 boys, 4x100 meters relay. As they go down towards the first button station pass, Let's wait and see. Ivor Walters passes off. So is Elizabeth. So is Jason Libert now and Viogen. As they go across the western end of the ground, is Viogen followed by St. Thomas's right on his heel here. And let's wait and see what happened here at this button station pass. Here comes Ivor Walters now in the picture. Oh, Jason Libert moves off. Ivor Walters takes and up the track they go. It's Ivor Walters, Jason Libert, and St. Thomas is in the lead. Looking good is St. Thomas's as they make their way around for the final button pass. Let's wait and see. Passes win matches here. And a good take by Ivor Walters and he come down. Here is Charlestown on inside St. Thomas's. And there's, oh, look at that Joyce in Libert primary. Look at Elizabeth. Charlestown is here. Elizabeth is coming. Can he do it? Oh, what a rush. Elizabeth might have taken the goal there just at the finish. Well. He's a very outstanding athlete, Rebo, from the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. Good height, good build. Looking very good, but I think he would have taken the goal just at the line. But let's wait and watch the replay here now. There's him, takes now. Charlestown is already off. Young Perkins, Scarborough, and as they come down, look at it now. St. Thomas is on the outside here. Here's where it gets slowed down to see, check the line. Yes, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Primary School would have to get the nod.
Those of you at home have a better advantage of those in the park because you're seeing the instant replay. And he have the motion to bow his head. Elizabeth.
Very good.
Very good. Photo finish, nail biting, breathtaking. And look at them, they're all stars. Very well run there by the youngsters. 11 to 13 boys.
That good, the crowd is building up nicely, after the little shower, a number of persons coming out, showing their support for the schools on the hillside, as I asked, But I think the crowds have been falling off a little bit for the last 2 years.
Well, yes, the different schools, the championship have been changing over, and well, the Charlestown school have a very big contingent of supporters, and they have been dominating for a very long time over the years. So the other schools always coming at them. So far, they have been able to capture them for the past 3 years now, and that seemed to take a little bit of the tension because the majority of the fans, because it's a bigger school, they have more parents who, have children at that school. But it's good when the championship can change.
Yeah, definitely. We have to show, you can't have the championship going one place. We have to, spread the competition. So what you have in here is also, you also have a good support coming on from the Gingerland Primary School too.
Yeah, but Ray, one of the things too is that because this is a school event, the alcohol, the beers, is asked to stay outside the grounds. And a good contingent of the beer drinkers is on the outside.
Well, definitely, Rudy, but that's a decision that the authorities would have made. We have to go along with it.
Yes, well,
it may not be in the best interest for some.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, it's a school event, so
right.
we'll just have to give our support.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm just, we're just talking about crowd support, and because the ETW used to be ram-packed, the hillside don't even have a space, even though it's looking as pretty and as colorful and look as if it's very full. It's maybe about 10,000 in the park.
Just about. But
12,000 in the park right now.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a school event. The decision may not be one for some to like, but we still have to give support.
Well, I mean, example lead, example follow. So
definitely.
They don't want to encourage any youngsters to think about the beer drinking. So there's nothing to do about the beers, but it's just a matter of showing the youngsters and the young girls the way coming up, what they should do, what they shouldn't do. So all kudos to the education department.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And those of the local
As you see the premier, he's there. The premier seems as though he's getting a little warm. He's from the Gingerland area, and he's probably getting a little warm now that he has to remove his jacket. His area is not doing too good. They were the defending champion.
Definitely.
We would like to get some good scores. I mean, some new scores now.
They also have his peers alongside him.
Mr. Wakely Daniel.
Yes, they're having a little chat.
They're enjoying the meet.
Maybe
The farmer premier, Mr. Parry, he's there as well.
Also, yes, giving support.
Giving his support. Everyone is out.
Yes.
Who here is who can't make it really? Because in the primary, everyone comes to the ETW park.
It's all of us event. It's one of the largest singles event in the island. So we have to give support in all areas.
Yes. So we're up to event number 33. But a little earlier on the screen, I realized that they were setting up for the 100 meters. So we'll wait and see if there's a change to the program that I have. What you have next?
We have the 800 meters, 9
Yes,
10 girls.
we scheduled for the 800 meters, but I see the starting blocks. Maybe they just moved the blocks over.
Yeah, maybe so.
If our cameraman could get us a shot of the starting point for the upcoming race, it would be good. But the starting blocks for the 100 meters are in place. But it's a real quiet crowd so far. Very quiet.
Very quiet, Rudy. I think what would happen here if we're gonna get the scores at the end of the relay, that would tell, and you know that probably would have an impact on the crowd at this time.
Yes, go say good afternoon to that viewer who is questioning our crowd estimate. Good afternoon to Captain Paris. Yeah, it's about 10,000, between 10 and 12,000 people in the park at the moment. And don't think about the population of Nevis alone. You got to think about who flew in to come here to watch this in mini Olympics.
And we have our Sister Island persons coming over to give the support as usual. So, you know, that would help, you know, for the crowd to be at that total that we're given.
Yes, it's good to see the exchange of the crowd coming over from Sinkits with the high school championship. The division crowd went across for the high school championship, and now the inter-primary here in Nevis. The crowd from Sinkits have already come over and giving their support as well.
As always, Rudy, and we appreciate their coming over and giving support. And you know, we're still appealing for those who are not close to the ETW Park to come on in. You know, still have room. You know, we like to see the numbers go up for an extra 5.
There's the Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Sean Richards. He's here. I haven't seen the Prime Minister. I don't know if he's here. He was here last year. But people of all sorts, of all kind, make their way to the ETW Park for this event. And like I was told by one of my commentator comrade upstairs, that he has been here about 3 times already, but most times the inter-primary falls on a school day for him over in Sinkits. And you know, the half holiday only goes to Nevis, so he does be tied up with school. But today, it falls different. School is on holiday, and so he was able to come across here and some more friends.
Yeah, definitely. Rudy, what we could do is would say they're saying is a fair share.
Fair share for all.
For all. So you know, we could ask the authorities for the next
half holiday to spread across the Sinkits.
Spread it across the islands, and so we could get more support at our ETW Park event.
Yes, Reba, and our screen here now, this section is where the Joyce and Libert usually dominate the crowd area. But they have been very dominant this year. They are the defending champion this year, and they've been very, very quiet. I haven't seen the purple flag up as yet. One chicken usually be there parading and getting on and showing his support, but it has really been a quiet western end of the ground here at the ETW Park this year.
Yep. I think what happened is that the crowd there was there in the numbers, but after the rain, made some shifting, so it makes the crowd a little bit more mixed. You know, so the colors you're seeing the colors at all ends.
Yes, and this is the hillside, what we call the hillside, the side up to the cultural complex, getting a good view of it. And there's the crowd. The orange flag is swinging in the background there. Charlestown primary flag. They're out in the numbers. And to the right of the screen, going further across, is where the athlete tent is set up. As we go across, just giving the viewers at home a good view of the ETW Park in terms of the crowd and what's happening here. It's live and lively, and it's on the internet. It's nAAA.com or on Facebook, NevisAAA.com.
Or NevisPSC.com.
NevisPSC.com. And I'm sure there's the athlete tent where all the schools have their tent set up. So it's a real well-organized setting here at the ETW Park in terms of where everything is situated. Here is where the registration area, there is where the coaches and the school captains would go and register their athletes for different races. So everything has been flowing nicely. And we have been having a very good day so far. Just a little brief shower that came across the ETW Park, but there's no signs of it now because the sun immediately came out. And probably what, 2 minutes delay?
Yes, just about 2 minutes. That shower, would have been able to keep the heat down a little.
And just give the spectators a chance to go and get a drink.
Yes.
So now we are in position for the 800 meters. 800 meters. 9 to 10 girls, 800 meters run, class 3 and 4. Event number 33 on the card. But the breeze across the grounds has been really refreshing. Very stiff breeze going across the ETW Park. So, seems as though we are just about ready. 800 meters is just 2.5 lap around the ETW Park. This track is 300 meters in circumference. 2.5 laps for the 800 meters. Raybo, in your days, did you have the chance for inter-primary championship?
No, I was never among the numbers.
Well, the athletes are off. I don't remember in my days there was any inter-primary in my days, but we had some very good athletes from my school, and I'm sure a lot of talent went hiding in the past. As we watch the 800 meters, girls are off there now, can go into the lane number 1. As they make their way around, they're all in a bundle. As they make their way around, let's wait and see who is leading the pack. As they're going around on the western end of the ground. St. Thomas's is up there. So is Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. As they make their way around, it's 2.5 laps around this track. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary is now leading the way, followed by St. Thomas's. There comes the baby blue Mart Cross Preparatory in 3rd spot. Then VOJN, St. Thomas's again. Ivor Walters, 2 Charlestown athletes is in the back there, along with Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, and Joycelyn Libert seem to be in the back. But a very good steady pace set here now by the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. And she's thriving nicely as she makes her way around the track. Coming around the bend now. And coming down the straightaway, followed by VOJN. Mart Cross Prep. Here is another Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, along with the St. Thomas's Primary School athlete and Ivor Walters Primary. So as they make their way down, it's the final lap. The bell is going for the final lap. So Elizabeth Pemberton Primary strives off now as she approaches the turn for the western end of the ground. Across the western end she goes, driving nicely. No doubt she knows that she has to go over the incline, what we call the back stretch, where there's a little hill going up. She looks over her left shoulder just to make sure that she's in good range, and her partner in crime is right here on her heels. So Elizabeth have 2 athletes up front, followed by Mart Cross Prep, St. Thomas's and Charlestown, and the others in the bundle. As they're going around the track now, up at the eastern end of the ground, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, followed by Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. 2 athletes running here, looking for gold and silver in this race. As we turn to come down the straightaway now, down the stretch they come. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary dominating well here. But here's this one in the front, running away with it handsomely here. She goes across the line. Now she takes the goal. And Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, second student, is taking the silver. Here's a battle for the bronze. Charlestown look as if they would have stolen the bronze there. And St. Thomas's Primary takes 4th and 5th. Went to St. Charlestown, as the others are coming in now. Here comes Ivor Walters and then St. Thomas's. Joycelyn Liebert is coming down. And they're all hustling in now. Nobody want to come last year. And they all make it in. Event number 33 just being completed. We're going to see event number 34. The boys, 9 to 10 boys, 800 meters run. Class 3 and 4 boys. And we have the lane assignment already. Joycelyn Liebert in lane 1. In lane 2, that's Carlton Pluck for Joycelyn Liebert in lane 1. Well, 800 meters is just numbers now, so they wouldn't be in lane. So number 1 is Joycelyn Liebert, Carlton Pluck. Number 2, Omar Wilkin of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. Vernon Smitten, Joycelyn Liebert. Chris Brown, Ivor Walters Primary. Stefan Leader of the St. James's Primary. And we have Naim Webster of St. James's. Erwin Telemarik Q of the Madcross Primary. Michael Doe of St. Thomas's Primary. The other St. Thomas's Primary is Caden Leader. And we have Jariel Jaminez of Charlestown Primary. Kenron Webb of the VOJN. And Kyria Gonzalez of VOJN. Kenron Freeman of the Ivor Walters Primary. Elizabeth Primary in Romario Morgan. And it's C. Jante Griffin of the Charlestown Primary. Those are the athletes taking part in the upcoming event. We have some scores for you, the viewers. In Division A, Division B, we have 2 divisions here. So in Division B, VOJN, 13 points. St. James Primary with 20 points. Madcross Preparatory, 32 points. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, defending champion for this year from last year, still in the lead with 86 points. And in Division A now, we're seeing Joycelyn Liebert Primary, who was the defending champion before today. And they have 67 points. Charlestown Primary, 92 points. Charlestown Primary, 92 points. St. Thomas's Primary, 100 points. St. Thomas Primary, 100 points. And in the lead, 102 points, Ivor Walters Primary School. So the closeness of the points are still there, but Ivor Walters is hanging on. They're actually coming back because the last scores we had, St. Thomas's was leading by 1. So Ivor Walters is looking good this year.
They're among the medals, Rudy. So, as I said, we just have to wait until the last race this evening, and we'll be able to tell who will be the champions. Because the scores are going to be close until the end.
And it's going to go down. It's going to go down to the wire. It's going to go right down to the wire. Here is it. That was a replay. So the scores for the viewers again is that in Division B, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary is leading with 86, followed by Madcross Preparatory with 32, then St. James's Primary with 20, and then VOJN with 13. Division A, Ivor Walters Primary leading with 102. In second spot, we have St. Thomas's Primary with 100. In third position, we have Charlestown Primary with 92. And Joycelyn Liebert bringing up the rear with 67. The boys are all lined up for event number 34. 9 to 10-year-old boys. 800 meters run. Class 3 and 4 boys. And they're off. They're off now. It's Charlestown Elizabeth, Joyce in Liburd, they're all in there. Ivor Walters, 800 meters run. They make their way around the top of the track for the first time. Through Elizabeth Pemberton Primary up front, followed by St. Thomas's, then Charlestown, Joyce in Liburd, they're all in the bundle. St. James's is there. Ivor Walters also, they're all in the bundle here. As they make their way down the track and around on the western end of the ground they go now. So they have done one lap so far. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary leads the way. Both athletes of Elizabeth Pemberton Primary is running shoulder to shoulder, followed by St. Thomas's. And then the others in a bundle in the back. Here comes St. Thomas's, right on the heels of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. Here comes Charlestown. So is Joyce in Liburd and another Charlestown and St. James's and St. Thomas's and then Ivor Walters in the rear there. As they make their way around. At the top of the stretch, they come now. As they go around at the top of the stretch, still Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. They're tightening somewhat now. And they will soon hear the final whistle or the final bell to let them know that after this is the last lap. So here they come. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, Class B champions of 2015 and still defending well here this afternoon. Here comes St. James's. As they make their way around, this is the final 300 meters now. The athletes are tiring somewhat. Here comes Ivor Walters struggling now, but Elizabeth Pemberton is leading the way nicely as they make their way around. Remember, they are in the Class B division and they are performing here like any A-class student. As they're coming around now, they're holding on there to the gold and the silver. We have two St. James's athletes, that's Charlestown. Two Charlestown athletes battling against each other here now. The flag is asking them to go on, but can they do it? Down the final 80 meters now. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary making his way down. And here comes the other one. Charlestown want to fight back and look for silver, but oh, here goes Elizabeth Pemberton, the one who is going for gold. He's going to make sure he takes the gold, and he does so now, in style and fashion, that is. And where is his partner now, coming down the stretch? And here it is. He's coming for the silver, and no doubt there will be a battle for the bronze. And look at this, Charlestown want to take it from his partner, but he says no. Charlestown take the bronze and fourth. Here comes St. Thomas's, and Ivor Walters and Joyce in Liburd and the others that are now coming in. A lot of excitement still in the back. As they come down, they're coming in. And they're all coming in now to complete event number 34. Raybo, very challenging race for the youngsters. But they're continuing to do well. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary taking gold and silver in that one.
Very, very good race once again for the Elizabeth Primary School. This is the kind of atmosphere for the Elizabeth Primary School at their sports meet. So it's just a matter for the kids them to exhibit it here at the ETW Park.
Yes, and still the crowd is building more and more. The crowd that was standing on the side of the fence on the road we're going down is now end up into the road inside the park, that is. So it's building more and more. There's some room in that western stand down there that can hold a few more, but people like to mingle and walk around, so not out. See, the streets are all filled here now with people coming in still into the ETW Park. So we are up now to event number 35. And event number 35 for the class 2. And these are the girls doing the 800 meters, class 2 girls. And Roselle Liburd of the Joyce in Liburd is the record holder. And now we're seeing the athletes taking part. Keisha Mills of Ivor Walters Primary. Casario Sutton, St. James's. Makia Jeffers, St. Thomas's Primary. Samaya Ford of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. Sarah Shandes of Charlestown Primary. Kyla Wallace of Ivor Walters Primary. Ariana Challenger of Charlestown Primary. Aniela Fifield of the Joycelyn Liebert Primary. Juliana Skeet of St. Thomas's Primary. Yana Liebert, St. James's Primary. Alexandra Weeks of Joycelyn Liebert Primary. Camilija Warner of Malcross Preparatory. Brianna Jones, Viogen, and Zariel Tyson. Well, the girls are off. Event number 35, 800 meters. And there's a tumble. One of the athletes went down, but they get going again. As they make their way around. See, but though, Joycelyn Liebert athlete, she's up and going again, so seems to be all right. But this race is led by St. Thomas's, followed by Charlestown. And look at that, St. James's in fourth. She's someone to look at as they make their way around. She's now moving up into the second spot. She wants to lead. She takes over now, followed by Ivor Walters Primary, and also St. Thomas's and Charlestown. 2 more laps to go as they make their way around down at the western end of the ground. Coming around the turn, it's still St. James's. The red, followed by the maroon of the Ivor Walters Primary. The green,
Still having a heavy breeze.
still coming up into the breeze here now. The green of St. Thomas's is there. Charlestown is there. Charlestown athlete would have known this track now very well. This is the track they practice, do their sports meet on, so they would have good strategy in this track. But as they make their way around, we'll wait and see what happens here. St. James is still leading the way. As she gets to the top of the stretch now to come down the stretch. Still striving nicely. Ivor Walters is gaining some grounds. So is St. Thomas's. Here comes Joycelyn Liebert from the pack, positioning herself now. Not out knowing that this is going to be the final lap and that Ivor Walters has moved up as they make their way down the straightaway here. St. James is still leading the way. Not out that St. James's athlete is just waiting for the signal because she's a very good sprinter as well. She now gets the signal that it's the final lap and she strives off on the western end of the ground. Ivor Walters is still trying to hold on to the second spot, but St. James's is beginning to move away from the pack here. Looks over her left shoulder to make sure that she's in good distance. As she turns to come up the back straight away with a breeze in her face. Here comes St. Thomas's. Oh, St. Thomas's is challenging. Ivor Walters is still there. It's B.O. Jane coming up as well. This one is far from over. Up the hill they come. Oh, St. James's is making a turn to go around on the eastern end of the ground now. And she is in good distance. So as she make her way, striving nicely, long legs. And here's where she gonna click in. Here's where she gonna pump it up. And she does so now as she makes her way down. Not out looking for a record here because she's clearly gonna take it, but she's going after the record here. And St. James is gonna take the goal. She just about taking it, just about now. She takes goal. And here come the others coming down the stretch here now. They're in the bundles. Here comes St. Thomas's going in for the silver. And Joycelyn Liebert taking the bronze. And here's a battle here. It seems as though it's Ivor Walters. Oh. A little technique there. Stacking across the ground, across the line.
Very good race by Brianna Jones. Rudy. She's an athlete for the future. She's been coming up from the school now into primary school, and she's been a very top athlete over the years.
Yes, Raybo, she has been doing very well. But just an appeal to the viewers at home. We're asking you to close down your computers and come to town because the servers are all up to capacity now. They overload.
Yes, definitely. we have more viewers on the worldwide web.
More viewers.
We have more space at ETW Park. So come on out, log off, put on your fashion, your colors. Come on out, support your school.
Yes, and it's an appeal to the Division public because we want to give the viewers overseas as much viewing as they can. And the guys at NNC here are asking if you could log off your computer and make your way to town. There's space in here for you, but there's not any more space on the servers because they're overloaded. Well, the boys are making their way to the starting area. And you're going to see event number 36 for 11-year-old boys, 800 meters coming up. And we see Delandre Tyson of St. Thomas's Primary. We have the Adrian Jimenez of Charlestown Primary, Marcus Gilbert of St. Thomas's Primary, Kadeem White, Charlestown Primary, and Yvonne Hudgin of the Joycelyn Liebert Primary, Nicolon Liebert, Joycelyn Liebert Primary, Chevron Warner, Ivor Walters Primary, Damari Mitchell of the Ivor Walters Primary, and Dinari Brandy of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. So we just see 9 athletes in this race. But it has been a wonderful day so far. The last scores we had was after the 4x100 meters relay. And we saw in the A division, Ivor Walters leading with 102. Second place, they had St. Thomas with 100. Third, Charlestown Primary with 92. Joycelyn Liebert in the rear, the defending champion from last year with only 67. So, seem to do some writing on the wall here for the Joycelyn Liebert Primary. And some good encouragement for the Ivor Walters this year. They came third last year. Charlestown Primary is there as well. They came fifth or fourth last year. So it has been changing hands and times here at the ETW Park. In the B division, the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary is still holding on to their championship, defending well so far. They're with 86 points, leading the pack. The Mad Cross Preparatory 32, and St. James's Primary 20, and the VOJN Nichols, all in the B category, and VOJN is carrying 13 points. That was after the 4x100 meters. So still more scores out there to come in, and you still cannot call it before the last event. At least we have seen the schools not really in a great distance. Charlestown, Ivor Walters Primary is just 2 points ahead of St. Thomas's. And Charlestown is just 8 points below St. Thomas's. Joycelyn Liebert is at the bottom of the table, and Elizabeth Pemberton is way in the lead in their zone.
With Elizabeth Pemberton, at the end of the 800, Elizabeth Pemberton would be in the numbers.
Yes,
they're higher in the numbers.
They have collected some goals, and in one instant I can remember they take gold and silver.
In 2 races, they took gold and silver.
The question would be what happened between St. Thomas's and Ivor Walters, who are closely battling. That could be a difference.
Yeah, that would be a difference also. So we just have to wait until
we just have to wait and see the scores
in, and then we'll be able to give you guys.
So event number 36. Remember, we have 54 events on the card, so we are still somewhere off. These are the class 2 boys, 800 meters run, and they're off. And 11-year-old boys, they're off. St. Thomas's followed by Ivor Walters. St. Thomas's again with a green headband. They're in their full colors, the St. Thomas's athlete. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary is right in fourth. Fifth, Charlestown or St. James's coming in the mix there. And Charlestown, Joycelyn Liebert, they're all in a bundle as they make their way down. They're looking good. Ivor Walters and St. Thomas is leading the way with just 2 more laps to go. They would have done 300 meters so far. As they make their way around on the western end of the ground. Ivor Walters and St. Thomas's Primary, shoulder to shoulder, coming around the western end, and up the stretch they come now, up the back stretch, with the breeze pounding in their face. St. Thomas's, Ivor Walters. Here comes another Ivor Walters, not out to accompany his partner from his school. Charlestown is right behind there, but it's still St. Thomas's leading the way as they make their way around. St. Thomas's looking good in this one so far as they make their way around. Could be young Jeffers of St. Thomas's leading the way. As they make their way down, they're going to hear the final bell or the final gun to signal the final lap. Around the turn they go. St. Thomas's Primary still in the lead by some 20 meters now, followed by 2 Ivor Walters athletes. And St. Thomas's begin to strive now to approach the backstretch. And up the backstretch they go, up the hill they go now. Number 106 on his chest as he comes up, followed by Ivor Walters, who is not giving up yet. He's pummeling around now. Is it St. Thomas's Primary? And he makes his way across the top of the stretch, still leading the way. As he comes down the straightaway now is St. Thomas's Primary. Oh, and down the stretch he comes. Ivor Walters is there in second place, but can they hold on? Here comes Elizabeth Pemberton, but St. Thomas's is clearly looking as if he's going to take gold here. Down the stretch he comes. Just about another 5 meters or so to go for the finishing line. He takes the goal. And here's the battle for the silver. The battle for the silver as they come down, and it looked like Elizabeth Pemberton stole it. Elizabeth Pemberton might have gotten the silver. Ivor Walters would have gotten the bronze. We'll wait for the replay here. But Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, out of nowhere. Here comes Charlestown. As we see the replay up on the screen now, let's wait and see who really took the silver. My opinion, I think it was Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. Is the goal going to St. Thomas's? He have a chance to look back and see what's happening. And here's the slow motion. Oh, Elizabeth. Looks like the big one. Yes. Elizabeth took the silver, and Ivor Walters would have the self to blame after traveling so far a distance. Jamie and Clarkson have joined me here. Jamie, I mean, we have seen some very good races so far, and this also is no exception. This was a very good race.
Very good race indeed, Mr. Brown. I've been very impressed with a lot of the athletes today. Special mention must be made of Tiana Libert of St. James Primary School. I've been very impressed with her performance. She is one for the future and one who I could see going the distance and going to the Olympics.
Yes, she has been very outstanding so far. She have done very well in the long distance. I've seen her at her sports meet, and she had no competition whatsoever in her school zone, over in her own school, but coming here in the park where the competition come from all across the board, she's still dominating and performing well.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody that we have to keep our eye on, and as a Department of Sports and a Ministry of Sports, we have to continue and support to ensure that her true potential is realized.
And Jamie, I must welcome you here to the mic of the NNC mic, but for the sake of the viewers, could you just let them know your position in the sports department here in Nevis?
I am the Director of Sports in the Department of Youth and Sports here in Nevis. Basically our job, and when it comes to interprimary, we're responsible for working as part of the working committee to plan and execute the event, with special responsibility for the facilities.
So Jamie, I just want to congratulate you and your team and the Ministry of Sports on a whole, and all those who have something to do with organizing the sports meet. The sports meet have been growing from strength to strength over the years, and I just want to commend you and the good work that have been doing through the Ministry of Sports here in Nevis.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. That really means a lot to me, and I would like to thank my support staff for all the dedication they have shown in terms of the development of sports in Nevis.
So they heard it from the man himself, Jamie Claxton, Director of Sports in the Ministry of Sports here in Nevis, and he has joined me here. He's not only the director, he's also an announcer as well here. So he's an all-arounder when it comes to sports, Jamie.
Yes, I do a little bit of announcing, especially at the primary. So, I said I also do a little bit of announcing when it comes into primary. I haven't been on the mic for the day because I've been busy running around, making sure everything stays in order. So, to have this opportunity here to join you is a privilege.
Thank you, Jamie, for being here. Event number 37, the class 1 girls, 12 to 13-year-old, 800 meters run. We see Elizabeth Pemberton Primary leading the way here, and followed by 2 St. Thomas's Primary. Then we are seeing, it looks like it's Charlestown, Joycelyn Liebert and Ivor Walters in the back there as they make their way around. So it's 2 St. Thomas's and a Charlestown up in 3rd. Charlestown in 6th, making a move on the outside, but in the meantime, it's number 113 of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. Lamia Pollard, she's leading the way. But St. Thomas's is right there. Oh, and they really want to show some dominance here this afternoon in St. Thomas's. They're doing well in the 800 meters. Charlestown is back in 4th, while 2 St. Thomas's athlete takes the lead. Well, they're separated now as they make their way around. Ivor Walters Primary is between there in the back with also the bouncing here of the Joycelyn Liebert Primary. Around the turn they come, and down the stretch they come now. St. Thomas is leading the way, followed by St. Thomas's, then 2 Charlestown at least. It's the final lap. So, as they make their way around, the final lap, St. Thomas's going away, followed by St. Thomas's. Charlestown is coming around in 3rd position, but can she catch up? Let's wait and see. But St. Thomas is looking really dominant in this race here so far. She looks over the shoulder as she goes around the turn to go up the back stretch to make sure that she's not being challenged. But the challenge is picking it up now. Charlestown is coming up. So is the other St. Thomas's athlete. They're making their way up the hill now. They realize this is the final lap. And after they make the turn at the top of the stretch, that would be it. So they have to get themselves in a good position here. But St. Thomas's is still holding on. Running flat-footed on the grass here is St. Thomas's with both athletes. Here comes Charlestown as well, flat-footed. She's gathering some grounds here for 2nd place here, even the goal. So the tension rises here. 2 St. Thomas's going to battle against 1 Charlestown. Would they give up? Charlestown is coming, but can she make it to take it away from the St. Thomas's? That is going to take the silver, but they take gold and silver in St. Thomas's. Charlestown is going to settle with the bronze. And who is going to get 4th here now? It's left to be seen. Here comes Charlestown again for 4th. Ivor Walters is going to settle for 5th. And the green pam-pam bouncing in the stand. Look at those ladies bouncing. And my goodness, Jamie, I must say that stand is a very, very strong stand. There's some real heavy people down there. Yes, and they're bouncing. They can smell victory here now with the green team. They're swinging from left to right. And they're enjoying themselves. And there's the 2 athletes that's just done the job for the St. Thomas's team. Very well run by St. Thomas's.
Very well run indeed, Rudy. You could see some elements of strategy was employed in this race in terms of the St. Thomas's. They made the moves when necessary, picked up speed when what was necessary, and that was, result was that a 1st and 2nd for St. Thomas's. So congratulations to St. Thomas's Primary School for getting gold and silver in the race, and also congratulations to all the other participants.
Yes, and St. Thomas's would have pulled back, gather a lot of points within this 800 meters. So I wouldn't be surprised when the next schools get to us that they would be leading this meet up until the 800 meters, because they've really done well. Looking back at the scores, we have seen Ivor Walters with just 2 points after the 4x100 meters ahead of the St. Thomas's team. They were 102 Ivor Walters, and they were 100 points, St. Thomas's. So I think by the time we get some more scores, based on what I've seen, conclude here in the 800 meters, St. Thomas's, not out in my mind, would be ahead.
It definitely should be ahead based on the recent results. And this shows the competitive nature of the meet in terms of it's very close to call right now. St. Thomas should be ahead based on the recent results, but it's going to be a ding-dong battle to the wire, as you usually say. It's definitely going to be a rush towards the end.
Well, the name of the athletes taking part in the 800 meters, 12 to 13 boys are up. We've seen Ivansky Jeffers of the Mad Cross Prep, Kelvin Williams of St. Thomas's, Kiman in his bit of VOJN, Trevon Donrad of the Ivor Waters Primary. They're covering what? Well, it's a golf insurance inter-primary school competition here at the ETW Park. And we are seeing the points, getting some points now going up. We're seeing St. Thomas's Primary with, in the A division, with 107 points. 107 points. Ivor Waters Primary, 104 points. 104 points. Charlestown, I'm getting it in a jumble here, so I will have to sort them out here. I'm not seeing Charlestown. So, Charlestown having 99. I'm going to ask Jamie just to put them in division. We got them from the screenshot, so we're going to put them in the division, and we're going to give them to you in just a minute. But in the meantime, the girls are off. The girls are off. 800 the boys are off, sorry. 800 meters. Event number 38. 12 to 13 boys, 800 meters run. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary leads the way, followed by St. Thomas's, the baby blue of Mad Cross Prep, VOJN, Charlestown. They're all in a bundle there. Ivor Walters as they make their way down, but Elizabeth Pemberton Primary leads the way, followed by St. Thomas's. Now 2 laps to go, just completed 300 meters. As they make their way around, they're coming around on the western end of the ground. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. This is one of the outstanding athletes for the afternoon so far, leading the way here. Very good athlete, strong-minded, and have good stamina. Young Keynes from the Mad Cross Preparatory is the in third, but it's been a very good pace set by the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary as they make their way at the top of the stretch to come down. And when they come down now, St. Thomas's is struggling there in the second spot. Don't know, he might have a tummy ache or something, or getting tired. So is the other St. Thomas is struggling here. But Elizabeth Pemberton, and it looked like Mad Cross Prep is going to put up a challenge here as well, as they make their way down, and it's going to be the final bell, or the final lap for them now. One more lap to go, and Mad Cross Preparatory just moving into second. But Elizabeth Pemberton is still leading the way here, followed by Mad Cross Prep, and then 2 St. Thomas's. There's the St. Thomas's making their way on the outside. He's trying to take it over from the Mad Cross Prep. Elizabeth Pemberton had a look over his shoulder as he turned to come up the hill with a breeze in his face here. As he come up, he's still holding on. Elizabeth Pemberton, number 96 of Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. He's still holding on here. Running nicely. As he coming around at the top of the stretch now. Oh, here comes Baby Blue. The Mad Cross Prep is putting up a challenge as they turn for the home stretch, and down the stretch they come. Here is Elizabeth Pemberton striving away. The tension rises in the crowd as well. Here is a battle behind between Charlestown and St. Thomas's as well, looking for the bronze here. But it seems as though Charlestown is coming up. Can he be able to take the silver away from the Mad Cross Prep? I says no. He settled with the bronze, and St. Thomas is settling with the 4th and 5th. Well run in the end. Here comes Ivor Walters and another Charlestown and another Primary Elizabeth Pemberton as we go to the replay to see the final results. Here's Elizabeth looking back somewhat, but holding on to his lead. And Mad Cross Prep is still holding on to that silver, while Charlestown trying to capture the silver. But in the end, it was Elizabeth Pemberton who took gold. Cross Prep took the silver, and then Charlestown with the bronze. We got some new scores. And these scores are just part of the 800 meters. So we'll have to wait for the completion to get the official score for this one, but we're just going to tip you off with some score that we have so far. In the B division, we got VOJN 13, St. James's 26, Mad Cross Prep 33, and Elizabeth Pemberton Primary 106. That's the B division. And in the A division, we got Joycelyn Libert 72, Charlestown Primary 99, Ivor Walters 104, and St. Thomas's Primary 107. So we will have to wait for the remainder races in the 800, as I've been joined by one Dow. Brian Dow is back with me. Brian Dow, the scores are going back and forth, and it shows that the competition is stiff on the track.
Very much so, Rudy. And I myself, I had to take a first-hand look. I was outside on the veranda, and looking at you being out there, you feel a part of the atmosphere on the grounds, Rudy. It's a nice atmosphere in terms of when the races are being run, close race, and those that are even not so close, you can feel the tension in the crowd, as the tension would have been on the actual grounds itself. The sports is going well, and of course, persons are anticipating and trying to predict first, second, and third, but to my mind, it's a bit too early. We still have the 100 meters, we still have the 4x4 races to come. So, Rudy, we are at which event? You had event number?
We had event number 39.
39? 39, yes. Okay, we are coming up with the 6-year-old 100-meter dash, class, 5'7", class 7 girls. And it's too early. There are 54 races on the cards for this afternoon. We are at 39, and I think it's a bit too early. Another 15, so it's a bit too early, Woody, to make any judgment or any prediction, because the scores, as you said, are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So we still have to wait and see. There's no outright winner, as we see in terms of the scores, because the Ivor Walters, they're not willing to give up, and the St. Thomas's Primary are still hanging in there. So it's a ding-dong battle between those two A division teams. We know the B division is a foregone conclusion, because EBPS has been doing their thing from the beginning, and they haven't paused yet, and they continue to do well. They are the defending champions. Unfortunately for JLPS, they haven't shown up this afternoon, Woody, as the defending champions. So we are still hoping that they could make a lead in competition, make the competition a little stiff between first, second, and third, instead of just first and second. Then it will make, the whole atmosphere on the grounds even more hype, and things will go even more well in terms of the running. And the viewing audience, they're not here, so we have to bring it live and lively. We have to bring the energy, we have to bring everything to them. But I could tell them the energy that we are bringing is just as much as the energy on the grounds, Rudy. And things are looking good. 100-meter dash coming up, Rudy?
Yes, a 100 meters dash coming up. The athletes are in position as we speak. We've seen it's the class 7 girls, 6-year-old girls, and they would have been the kindergarten girls. And it's a 100 meters dash for them. Here we see lane 2, VOJN. That's Kazier Philip of the VOJN in lane 2. Lane 3, we have Kayla Isaac of the St. Thomas's Primary. Lane 4, we have Kylie Prentice of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. In lane 5, we have Dania Underwood of the Madcross Prep. And in lane 6, we're seeing Zoe Mills of the Ivor Walters Primary School. In lane 7, we're seeing Karenja Bartlett of the Charlestown Primary and Ariana Archibald of the Joycelyn Libert Primary. She is in lane 8.
Okay, the athletes are on the starters order. They're getting their final instructions. We're seeing some white flags indicating that we're just about ready. Good boy, the athletes are in their box. They haven't gone to the encroached position as yet to indicate that they will be set and go. So we are still waiting. The flags are up, the white flags, as I said, indicating a go, and now the athletes are going to their line of demarcation in terms of where they would go to the encroached position, get ready, and they are ready, and they are off, Rudy boy. 6-7.
6-7 girls, they're coming down the stretch. On the outside, you see the VOJ, and there's St. Thomas is in between. Also, Elizabeth Pemberton, Ivor Walters is there as well. It's going to be close for finish. As they come down, Elizabeth Pemberton and St. Thomas is. Ivor Walters is there as well. Wow! And there was a sneak up on the outside from, it looked like the Joycelyn Libert Primary. Oh my goodness, where did she come from? Number 136. Well. Though that was a sneak up from the Joycelyn Libert Primary School. Ariana Archibald came out of the way as we watched the replay to give us a good idea of the end result. Look at it. Real good competition coming down there. Now, there was Elizabeth Pemberton, who looks as if she's going to take gold. Ivor Walters was there. And this is where the tide seemed to change. Here comes Joycelyn Libert on the outside. Did she get the... Oh, it's going to be a close one for silver. Goal is clearly... The goal is clearly with the gold colors.
I think Joycelyn Libert would have stepped over the line before the Ivor Walters.
As we watch it again, though, here, let's wait. Oh, it's a little quick that time. They're going to back it up and put it in a little slower for us. Here goes Elizabeth.
Look at the Joycelyn Libert.
Wow.
She crossed the line in just a footstep ahead of the Ivor Walters. Well, that is unofficial ruling,
right?
Because then we'll have to get the official results from downstairs.
Right, and we are seeing it from a distance. We are watching via camera, so we will wait for the official result downstairs. Now we're seeing the lanes and everything going up for event number 40, 6-year-old boys.
Event number 40, the boys 6-year-old 100-meter dash. The Urban Challenger, the record holder of the Joycelyn Libert Primary School in the year 2002 in a time of 15.81 seconds. In lane number 2, on Henry Pemberton of the EBPS in lane number 2. Lane number 3, Kimani Fleming of the Maud Cross. Lane number 4, Malik Kelly of the Ivor Walters Primary. Rajon Williams in lane number 5 of the St. Thomas's Primary School. Vaden Clark in lane number 6 of the JLPS. And Hujan Jeffers in lane number 7, VOJN. And the last but not least, Malik Freeman of the Charlestown Primary School in lane number 8. Record holder, Urban Challenger in the year 2002. You're looking at some 14 years ago, Woody. Would there be a record? And speaking in terms of record, the athletes are a bit on the jitty side.
Tension with the young boys.
Tension is in the oval.
Yeah, this
these
would
are
have
the
been
young
what,
ones.
the first time they forced it to primary?
Yes, 6 year. There would be, because then I think last year they would have run the 60 meters.
Yes.
So I think 60-year-old boy, that would be, I think, kindergarten to grade 1.
Right.
I
And
think
the fact that
somewhere
they're
around
not
there.
crouching down in the real fashion tells you. And they're off. So the boys are off. As they make their way down, Ivor Walters is looking good in this one. They've been doing good with the sprints all afternoon. As they come down, Ivor Walters is looking as if he's going to lead the way here. As they come down on the outside, somebody showing up on the outside here. Oh, they come down. Ivor Walters take the gold. Joycelyn Libert takes the silver. And the bronze would have been gone between Charlestown and Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. But I was about to say, though, that here is where the scores can change again, because earlier on in the sprint, Ivor Walters was leading because of the sprint, the longer distance. Then you see the St. Thomas's primary, and now we're back into the sprints again. We can see some difference here again. But as we watch the replay up on the screen now, Ivor Walters, clearly he takes gold, and Joycelyn Liebert takes silver, and it looked like Charlestown took the bronze.
Yeah, from our vantage point, Woody, in the playback, Ivor Walters, JLPS, and Charlestown Primary. That's the way the cookie crumble. In event number 41, we move to the 7-year-old girls 100-meter dash. Record holder is event number 41. Record holder Amethyst Biza of the Charlestown Primary School in the year 2003 with a time of 15.34 seconds. As the lane assignments are up on the screen, compliments again Woody, NNC, with our new innovation, step up, as I would say.
I call them our local Sky Sports. I think they have made a name. They have gone across the globe. And what a way. Real official stuff here.
Very much so.
The same thing you will see from the Kentucky Derby. The horse's name go up, the ads and everything. So
they have stepped up a notch already.
I remember the viewers out there in Greenland, that especially those in Nevis, they were asked to turn off the computer and head to town because the servers are overloaded with the amount of viewers online.
I think we have been doing a pretty good job over the years, Woody, and of course I must compliment the staff there at NNC. Sergeant, being led by Sergeant, and Felicia, Kerry, Stewart, and all the camera guys, Kerry, Bugs Bunny, and the whole works.
Yes.
We have to compliment them because they have stepped up a notch, Woody.
They really
and
stepped up.
I look forward for next year.
I took my hat off for them. I took it off.
Next year, I believe we will have something new in terms of broadcasting, Rudy. Event number 41, still with the 7-year-old meter dash. That's the girls. Yeah. Yeah, Amethyst Biza, record holder. Day number 1, Woody, as they're still on the orders, status orders. Some final instructions being given there by Trackmaster Jabal. He has been with this sport now for a good number of years, and of course he is a local trackmaster. The Brownie helps out along with Silly and the other guys
official
there.
groundsman here.
An official groundsman.
ETW Park, yeah.
Exactly. As we get set final instructions, still in the meantime, I could watch the lane assignment. Wilkerson Shade of the Ivor Walters Primary in lane 1, Philip Israel Philip of the EPPS in lane 2, James Samira in lane 3 of the St. Thomas's Primary, Tashalia Daniel of the St. James Primary in lane 4, lane 5, Ilani Philip of the JLPS, lane 6, Archibald Caldris Archibald CPS, Kylin Williams of the Mort Cross, and Malia Baston in lane 8 of the VOJN. And those are the lane assignments for the 7-year-old girls 100-meter dash. Record hold in the time 15.34 seconds in the year 2003. Amethyst Biza of the CPS.
So, you heard the information about the event number 41, 7-year-old girls. They're off as we speak, and down the track they come. Here's Ivor Walters again on the inside. St. Thomas is right there as well. This one is going to be close as they head down to the tape. St. Thomas is looking for the goal here. He's looking good for St. Thomas in this one. As they come down, Ivor Walters still on the outside, but Joycelyn Liebert got to settle with the bronze as Ivor Walters takes the silver, and St. Thomas is coming back with the goal.
They look close between the silver
284.
in terms of, we'll look at it at the replay again and see in terms of the Ivor Walters, that's the young chap there for St. James went down, JLPS.
It looks like St. James.
But we look at the replay again between Ivor Walters and JLPS, sorry.
Joycelyn Liebert.
So we'll see, as we freeze it there, St. Thomas's would have taken the goal as we go across. It looks like Ivor Walters from our vantage point.
You like to say by a step.
Just just by a step.
By a step. As we watch it again. And the viewers have a good chance to see. Yes, by a step.
I believe she probably is a size 5 and the other one is a size 4. Just on the step, she would have gotten the silver. And we set for event number 42.
The boys are already up there. So, St. Thomas is in lane 1, lane 2, Joyce in Liber, lane 3, Ivor Walters, lane 4, VOJN, lane 5, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, and lane 6, Charlestown Primary. As we see, the athletes are all queued up.
Don't forget the record holder, Goody for this race, Giovanni Somersall, and a brilliant athlete in primary and high school. He would have taken several gold and would have broken several records, set and broke several records in the JLPS and local sports and also inter-primary, and he went on to high school and probably would have done the same thing there. Last school meet, he got injured, and Woody, another point we'll speak about when we come back after this race is the condition of our athletes.
And they're off. It's a good gun. They're off. St. Thomas is on the inside. Joyce in Liber is there. So is Ivor Walters and Charlestown on the outside as they come down. Joyce in Liber and Charlestown. Charlestown look as if he's going to take the goal here as they make their way down towards the tip. It's not yet over, but Joyce in Liber and Charlestown, and Ivor Walters takes the bronze. But it's interesting. Good run there by Charlestown Primary School. Coming out the Blackswell, and so was Joyce in Liber. Ivor Walters Primary was right there, but he hung on to the bronze in the end. As we watch the replay now to see the official result.
Charlestown Primary. Would have been Charlestown Primary and Joycelyn Liber on the outside, Woody. And event number 43. Just before we get into those events, Woody, there's some updated scores after the 800 meters.
All right.
I recall you giving them part of the scores for the 800
That's
meters.
what we had at the time.
Okay, so we have just been given the 800 meters, the scores after the 800 meters. Division A, and we'll start with the Joycelyn Liber Primary School, defending champions. They're on 72. The Charlestown Primary School, they're on 107. That's 107. The Ivor Walters Primary School is on 110. That's 110. And the St. Thomas's Primary School, they are out front by some 16 points, 126. And that is after the 800 meters. In the Division B, we have VOJN on 13 points, St. James on 26, Maud Cross on 37, and EPPS, the defending champions, out front by some distance, 116 points. And interestingly, Woody, St. Thomas's Primary has gone ahead by some 16 points. Is this an indication, or it's yet too early to call?
Well, it's still a little early to call. Like I told you, Danny, Brian, though, I told you earlier that with the longer races, the St. Thomas's Primary has dominate over the Ivor Walters Primary, but now we're seeing in the sprint again, the 100 meters, St. Thomas's Primary has yet to get a gold or a silver. Maybe they might have just had one so far, but they're struggling with the sprint. So here's where the scores flip-flop and go back and forth. So it's all left to be seen what happened after the 100 meters and from here on, because the scores are going and coming.
What would be interesting, Woody, if we were to have the points for each individual races, so we could have an idea even before the official scores come, to give us an idea whether they are close, whether they are far, whether, to make a prediction for the next couple of races in such a manner.
Well, that's going to be very difficult because the statisticians down here, they bring the scores up after every event. You have some information that you want to share?
Okay, and just been given some information here from Mr. Lester Blackett, that's the meet official. You can see live results and videos on Nevis app. So you go to nevisaaa.mobapp.at. I repeat, for live results and videos, you can go to Nevis AAA, that's Nevis AAA, nevisaaa.mobapp.at. And I'll let you know again further, so you could have an idea where to go to other than watching it on NTV. If you're on the web, of course, you can go to Nevis app, nevisaaa.mobapp.at, and watch live videos. Of course, you can access it via your cell phone too. If you're driving on the road, well, of course, you would want to stop and pull over
check
to see on the scores.
Events.
So we are at event number 43. Event number 43, girls 8-year-old 100-meter dash. Record holder Erica Allen, the St. James Primary School, back in the year 1994, and this would have been some record, Woody. Way back when, I tell you.
That's when they had real records, but now it's CDs now.
Apparently those are real records.
Real records.
Yeah, so hard to break, Woody.
Yeah.
But as we said, she's the record holder in a time of 14.41 seconds, Woody, as we look at the lane assignments for the 8-year-old girls. In lane 1, Javanique Nesbitt, Biogen, Lakeisha Clark in lane 2 of the Maud Cross. In lane 3, Clydasa Freeman of the JLPS. In lane 4, Asain Brown of the St. James Primary. Decoya Mills in lane 5, IWP, that's Ivor Walters. And lane 6, Ajanique Newton, as they at least on the starters orders, Rudy. Let's see what them, they're off. And they're off.
It's a good start. They're off. Down the stretch, you come 100 meters to run. Ivor Walters between there again, coming down. And they go down. Ivor Walters leading the way, followed by Charlestown and Elizabeth Pemberton. He's going to be close to finish. As they come down, is Ivor Walters still holding on? Oh, what a rush for the silver. The bronze. Silver and bronze are struggling, but the goal was clearly to the Ivor Walters Primary.
Exactly.
And Brian, just what I've been saying to you. You see, in this instant again, there's no showing from the St. Thomas's Primary School.
None whatsoever, Woody Boy. St. Thomas's, I think they probably would have been somewhere in the 6th or 7th position. Ivor Walters taking the goal, followed by EPPS and Charlestown Primary in the middle of.
It looks like Charlestown might have nipped the silver.
Let us look and see at the replay. EPPS,
oh, yeah.
Woody Boy would have gotten that one.
Yeah, look at the
just
legs.
another foot in front
By
of
a step.
another step. Woody Boy, she would have gotten there in front of the Charlestown.
And if you look at the legs, she legs it more longer.
Yeah.
Boy, you can't afford to come down with short legs to race against the longer legs.
It's a disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage.
Event number 44. Look at the later side of it, Rudy.
In lane 1, we see Adrian Williams, St. Thomas's Primary. Josiah Paris, Ivor Walters Primary. Vidal J. Jones, Mad Cross Preparatory. Sanjay Constain, BOJN Primary. Ashan Gonzalez, Charlestown Primary. In lane 5, lane 6, Jorik Daniel of the Joyce in Libert Primary. Lane 7, Joasibo Hobson of the EPPS, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. And in lane 8, Tyrese of the St. James, Jeffers of the St. James Primary School. The athletes are in position. And we are waiting for the start. Wow, a little anxious there from the Park Cross Prep. No, he made that mistake and he actually went down in a flash to say, well, I'm back in position, let's go again.
No time wasted.
It's always fun at this level. always fun at this level though, to watch the younger athletes, because they're so much into the sport. They're always anxious to go. And Jabal is up there as usual, marshalling the troops. Giving a yellow flag, so even though we're not fully ready yet. Any information that you want to slip in though, that you might have gotten?
We just had an updated score, Rudy, but the scores haven't changed by much. It's just a slight deviation from the score that we had recently. And after the 800 meters, the St. Thomas's Primary School, the correct score would have been 127 instead of 126. Ivor Walters would have remained on 110, and the Charlestown Primary would have been on 108 instead of 107, and the Joycelyn Liebert would have been on 71 instead of 72.
Charlestown, Ivor Waters look ready. He's bouncing, he's bouncing in the starting block. And let's see how ready he is. And the off is a good start. Let's see what happened here. Oh, it's a false start. Someone might have made a big move.
Anxiety.
Look at the youngsters. They're so anxious to get back. They're running back to the starting point. Oh, it's all happening here at the ETW Park. It's the mini Olympics. Look at them smiling at each other. They're not upset. Boy, it's you know. Oh, he really does have fun here at the ETW Park. And I'm sure the viewers at home, they're enjoying themselves, laying back in their rocking chair and with the foot up. And we're really watching some excitement here from Nevis at the ETW Park.
Really, every time I look at if it's the next year, I look at the year before coming into primary, and of course, looking at them, you have a lot of fun, Rudy. There's a lot of laughter because, of course, we know bottom line, everybody is a winner, and we know we have to instill that in the kids in terms of competition. But let's get back to this.
Another false start.
Oh boy.
St. Thomas is this time.
Anxiety. The little jitters are setting in, Rudy boy.
Look at them. Look, they can't keep still.
It's coming down to crunch time.
Oh boy.
And everybody wants to.
Look at Ivor Walters, same boy as you. They're enjoying themselves up there.
Everybody is looking for a jump start. Everybody's looking for a jump start. Event number 44, that's the Ivor Walters, that's Josiah Paris, young Josiah Paris, number 77 for Ivor Walters. He's not taking any blame.
Seems to be anxious. We are waiting to see. Can't keep still. He's like one of those thoroughbreds that just you can't put him in the starting blocks too quick. He wants to go.
Oh boy.
We'll wait and see what happens as they around the time would have to be reset and a few adjustments. Ready again. And this is a good start this time. Now they have a chance to go. It's Charlestown. Ivor Walters and St. Thomas's. Ivor Walters taking the lead there at the goal number. Here comes Viogen. Here comes Viogen and Elizabeth Pemberton. As they come down the stretch, who's going to take it? Oh, Joycelyn Liebert Primary takes the goal. Ivor Walters take the silver and the bronze. We will have to wait and see who is taking the bronze here as we go back to the replay.
That's Derek Daniel.
Derek Daniel. Yes, it looked like Elizabeth took the bronze. If you look at it again. Yeah. Yeah, the bronze. Talking about the bronze. Here's the gold. Here's the silver. Here comes the bronze.
Yeah.
Yes. Clearly.
Elizabeth
And once again, St. Thomas's Primary would have been pushed back down the ladder again in terms of point standing in this event, because they would have come fourth in this event. As we see the athletes are getting really fast to the starting point now. Jabal is a no-nonsense guy when you get there, and now this lane assignment goes up.
And event number 45, 9-year-old girls. And in lane number 1, Anya Mead, EPPS, Janaya Matthew. In lane number 2, STPS, Foy, Serena Foy of the Ivor Walters Primary, Taekwondo of the Mudcross, Alicia Geja of the St. James Primary, Callier Jones of the Charlestown Primary School, Annalise Atherton of the VOJN, and Tiana Griffin in lane number 8 of the JLPS. That's the lane standing for the event number 45, the 9-year-old girls, the record holder. Maritza Williams, this is interesting, Rudy, of the Charlestown Primary School way back in 1998.
Oh Lord, almost before my birth. Way back. Ivor Walters should do well in this one as well. Sierra Phi. Relax.
Young chap here, Rudy, St. Thomas's. She ran well in her local sport, and of course she'll be hoping to do well. Also, the kind of stucky one there for JLPS, but that's local. This is where it's at the big stage. It's more like we call it the inter, and where the big boys play. We'll see what happens now.
And they're off. It's a good start. Down the track they go. We see St. Thomas is out front here. What can they do this time? St. Thomas is leading the way, followed by JLPS and Ivor Walters as they come down. Let's wait and see who's going to take the goal here. Here comes the baby blue. Coming through it, baby blue. Oh.
St. Thomas's.
St. Thomas's might have taken that one, but the baby blue is contending the bronze. She ran from the back, and the bronze will have to decide between center. Let's wait and see on the replay here. There is the goal. Wow.
We have to take another replay. We have to take another.
They have their hands full with this one. Look at the one on the inside and the one on the outside.
Slow.
Okay.
Oh, okay. St. Thomas's.
St. Thomas's. Now the bronze. Ivor Walters. Is it?
It looks tight. It looks tight. Ivor Walters and
that is going to be a buzzer. That one is going to be a buzzer.
Unfortunately, Rudy, they're not giving the medals right after the race, so we probably could have had the official in terms of the positions when they entered the medal stand, but we don't have the courtesy of that today. Last year we had such, we don't have it today, so we'll just leave it unofficially as it is.
And it will all work out in the scores.
Event number 46, 9-year-old boys.
100 meters dash.
Record holder, Shavoy Powell of the Ivor Walters Primary School, Woody, way back again in 2000, some 16 years ago.
Long time.
And his lane assignments, lane 2, Pemberton, Stidari Pemberton of the VOGN, Jamal Rollins of the IP, that's the St. Thomas's Primary in lane number 2, just lane number 3. Lane number 4, there's no lane number 1, at least it's not occupied. Lane number 4, Kenyon Freeman of the Ivor Walters Primary School.
Right out your family background.
And right there, he's one to watch. Rajon Fifield, he's another one to watch of the JLPS. Anwar Pemberton of the EPPS. Jalik Tyson of the CPS. And Jashka Otterton of the MCPS. So there are a couple of athletes there to watch. Woody, I was fortunate to go to a number of the sports. I saw you there too. So you would have seen one or two of the athletes.
They're off. Down the stretch they come. Here they go. The boys are off, and immediately Kenron is out front as they make their way down the stretch. Kenron is running hard. Can he break the record? So it's Charlestown. Oh, St. Thomas is there as well. Let's wait and see. Oh, Ivor Walters takes goal. Silver would have to be. Oh, look at the Charlestown one. He said, wow, where did that guy come from? Oh, Kenron. He really can run.
He's one of the athletes I said we
60.
have to look out for. He did well, exceptionally well in his local meet. Woody, I think he probably would have break a couple of records well. Second and third went to Charlestown and EPPS from our vantage point.
Charlestown looked as if he would have taken. Charlestown took the silver.
And EPPS
took the bronze. Where was St. Thomas's? It looked like he would have settled for fourth or fifth. It looked like fifth. Here comes Joyce in Liber now. Yes.
And we're moving right along. It's the quickies of the quickies and that's what we call them here. Event number 47. Moving right along and
10-year-old
if-
girls.
speedily, Rudy, and we're not wasting any time. The 10-year-old girls 100-meter dash record holder Maritza Williams again back in 1999 in a time of 13.10 seconds. I'm not seeing anybody running this kind of time yet, Woody, but
One in a million.
1 in a million, 1999. I don't know what is happening to our athletes, but nonetheless, in lane number 1, we have Sasha Paris of MCPS. That's a mod course. We have Tyra Phillip of Viogen. We have Kylie Clark of Ivor Walters and Emma Johnson of the St. James. Powell in lane number 5. We have Mills, Zaisha Mills,
Elizabeth
and Iquanda. At least on the starters orders, Woody has been paused.
Oh,
a bit of anxiety for the older ones. 10-year-old
look at this
girls.
one. Look at Ivor Walters in this one again.
Ivor Walters.
I think she did well in the 200.
Skylar Clark.
Yep. And they're off. It's a good start. As they make their way down now, it's the baby blue. Oh, here comes Ivor Walters, and so is Elizabeth Pemberton. As they make their way towards the tape, it's going to be a very close finish. As they come down, Ivor Walters, look as if he's going to take gold. Yes, he takes gold. Who takes silver? It's between St. Thomas's and Joycelyn Liburn for the silver. But look at young Clark. Get a hug from one of the coaches, Sylvester Brown, lifting her up, saying you have done the job for us. And just keep doing good for the rest of the day. Number 50 on her back. And here comes Sazam. Let's look and see at the replay now who really took the silver. Ooh.
It's tight.
We will have to slide down even more. Okay, it's coming down. Ooh, look at the knee.
Yes.
EPP is there.
On the line. And looks like EPPS and JLPS both
Whoa.
looks tight.
But with the same step you're talking about, it's looking like Joycelyn Liburn and St. Thomas's will be in a buzz there.
Very much so, Woody. The young chap there for Ivor Walters, primary, I think she hails from the Rollins area.
Yes, she's out of Rollins.
Yeah,
The breadfruit is really working in town. So when you go to any local restaurant in town, make sure you got some breadfruit.
Definitely.
Because the breadfruit works in town. Event number 48. Coming up.
Event number 48, the 10-year-old boys, 100-meter dash record holder Kyron Powell of the Joycelyn Liburn Primary back in 2000, some 16 years ago in a time of 13.38 seconds, been set there. And the lane assignment, as usual, Jaden Liburn, Charlestown, that's the mod course, preparatory, and lane 2, Maciel Dorr.
St. Thomas's Primary.
The lane 3, Randy Daniel.
Joycelyn Liburn Primary.
In lane number 4, Trey Hamilton.
Charlestown Primary.
And lane number 5, Kimario Dorr.
St. James Primary.
And lane number 6, Tinaje Lawrence.
Elizabeth Pemberton Primary.
In lane number 7, Kairis Gonzalez.
Viogen Primary.
And Jaden Foy in lane number 8.
Ivor Walters Primary. They're up. And they're off. It's a good start. As the guys make their way down the track now, let's wait and see here. Charlestown is going out in the flash. He looks good. As look like Charlestown and St. Thomas is battling here for goal. St. Thomas is and Charlestown as they come down. St. Thomas is on the inside. Charlestown on the outside. Oh, what a rush for that one.
It's tight.
I would put my hat on the St. Thomas's athlete for that one. It was close. He did the dip. He knew he had to do something extra. And he did the dip. Let's wait and see what the replay has to say. But he might have outsmarted the Charlestown athlete with the dip. Here is it.
Had him.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Look, we have to slow it down. Woody, if you would look back at the start, the St. Thomas's seemed as though he got his feet on the line before the Charlestown Primary School. But I'm almost certain if we look at the start of the race, Woody, someone would have gotten a better start.
Better
than
jump.
one. Because those two, they have been challenging each other the whole afternoon. And Trey Hamilton, better known as Nick of the Charlestown Primary, he would have won most of the races when he competed against Mr. Doe. So it was fortunate that Doe would have edged him out in the 100 meters. Of course, that's unofficial. We'll wait and see, Woody Boy, but it was a splendid race indeed.
Yes. And now we're event number what? 49. 11-year-old girls, 100 meters. The athletes getting a little darker here at the EPW park. And I'm sure by now they would have switched the floodlights on.
Of course, Woody.
So that as you get later in the evening, the park would be all lit here.
We have some updated scores after event number 44. We see in Division A, you see the JLPS, they're on 89 points. They are in fourth position on 89 points. In third position, you have the Charlestown Primary School. They are on 122. The Ivor Walters Primary School, they are on 132. And the St. Thomas's Primary School, Woody, by a mere 5 points, 137. And that's after the 44th event. That would have been the 100 meters after the I think it's the 8-year-old girls or boys. That's the 44th position there. So we still had 1, 2, 3 other positions there, other events, sorry. So it's going to be even closer when they tabulate after the 48th or 49th event this afternoon. I tell you, it's close, Woody.
It's getting close.
And just as you predicted, after the fast race, Ivor Walters would have been back up on St. Thomas's Primary.
Yes.
And this is what is happening here. And interestingly, we'll see what would happen after the 100 meters, Woody, as the scores are coming quick and fast, which is very good and efficiency at its best, Woody Boy, so we can get the scores out and no one will have to stay there in fright or having to hold their belly or hold their head wondering what is what and who is who.
This meet is going to be decided by the 4x4. Really.
It's going to come down to that.
It's going to come right down to that.
And Woody, St. Thomas's has a strong 4x4.
Yes, so Ivor
team.
Walters will have to have a good lead going into the 4x4.
They would have to. And the St. James, don't count out the St. James's. St. James has a good crew there, running very strong. So we'll see.
Yes, they have a very good crew, but I'm just talking about the division.
The A division.
The battle is between St. Thomas's and Ivor Walters at the moment.
The defending champions, unfortunately, has not showed up as
they didn't come to the park today.
So it's unfortunate, Woody, but of course, they're not out of it.
No,
they're just what? Some 10 points behind? No, they're way down, Woody. They're almost...
made a century yet.
Oh, they're behind. There's some 40 points. They're about behind of Ivor Walters, 43 points behind of Ivor Walters, and what, 8 points behind of St. Thomas's Primary. So they are some distance behind.
Yeah, they might be now thinking about catching the bus to go back to the Gingerland area.
It's fortunate for my good
plan
friend.
About next year.
For my good friend Eric Williams, my brother and my sister, of course, they would have worked hard, Woody and the athletes. But as I said, Barbara, we have a next year to plan. We have a next year to come again, and of course, next year you make
Yes,
the
because
preparations early.
you see what happened every year. We have students coming in and rolling out.
Exactly.
So what you got to look at every inter primary is the athletes coming up behind those that are leaving, and then you could start to strategize how it's going to fall the very following year.
Exactly. So we waiting, Woody, for event number
49.
49. Yes, it
11-year-old
is
girls.
event number 49. That's the 11-year-old girls. Record holder Shakima Bartlett of the Charlestown Primary School. She, again, was an exceptional and outstanding athlete in her day, Woody. I remember the days when she showed up And when I say showed up, she did show up at the park.
Show up at the
And
park.
she showed up and she shut up everyone because she was an exceptional athlete and she did run well. And looking back at her record, back in 1999, Woody, in a time of 13.02 seconds, and she was a quickie. The lane assignments, probably get ready for the race.
Yes, they're steady.
They are asked to relax. They are asked to relax. You know.
When you can run through the lane now, you see VOJ in lane 1, lane 2. It looks like
Lane 2 is
Mark
Mark Cross. Yeah, Kenny Keshwan.
lane 3,
Keshwana.
Ivor Walters 4, St. Thomas is
St.
5,
Thomas.
VOJ, St. James is 6, 7, Charlestown, and Elizabeth lane 8.
Primary in lane 8. Okay, still waiting. We had a bit of little jitters, as they will call it, at the line, where they are to approach and get to the coaching area, and then they get to have their start. A bit of anxiety
St.
as
Thomas's
with
primary
the
have a
small
very
ones.
good athlete in this one.
The young lady there for St. Thomas's Primary, not forgetting Charlestown, she has done well. St. Thomas is looking pretty good too, and not forgetting the JLPS. So there's a number of athletes there to watch, and the Ivor Walters Primary. So we'll look and see. Not a false start. St. Thomas is
I know that
anxious.
she did get up too quick.
Anxious. She ran well in the local sports meet, so we're hoping that she could bring such
Is that the school?
performance.
You once taught at that school, or you have your?
No,
your
my son
Your
goes
oh,
at
I remember
that
seeing you at the
school.
sports meet.
Yeah,
You would have some concern in this race.
of course.
And they off. Down the stretch they come now. But on the inside, they're looking good, Viogen. And looking good on the inside as they make their way down. Let's see who will take this one here. Oh, as they come down, it looked like the baby blue and the green. As they come down, what a rush for the finish. It looked like Mark Cross Prep took the gold. And St. Thomas's took the silver.
Charlestown.
And Charlestown might have nipped the bronze there. Very well run by the Mark Cross Preparatory School there. Showing something at least throughout this meet that they have one or two good athletes.
Oh yeah.
So here they go with the replay. Yes, Mad Cross. Then it was St. Thomas's and Charlestown took the bronze. Very well run.
Very well run there by the class, that's the 11-year-old girls. And I should say, whether you're on you're trying to get it via internet or mobile, you can go to Nevis AAA.moba or mobapp.at, and you can log on to get live results and video. Whether you're on your tablet or you're on your mobile, you can log into Nevis AAA. That's nevisaaa.mobapp.at for live results and video. Woody boy.
Yes, the lane assignment is up for the event number 50. 11-year-old boys. We see Keandre Lewis of the VOGN, lane 2. Javanik Reed, Mad Cross Preparatory, lane 3. Kadeem White, Charlestown Primary, lane 4. Tyrone Roberts of the St. Thomas's Primary, lane 5. Lane 6, we're seeing Jamali Lawrence of the Gingerland Primary School. In lane 7, we have Dinari Brandy of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. And we have Nijon Clark of the Ivor Walters Primary, lane 8. Event number 50. As the athletes are ready at the starting point, the DJ in the grounds have gone off to play some music, but I'm sure he's now pulled up by the officials that this race is almost ready to go. Event number 50. 11-year-old boys, 100 meters. The class 2 boys, they're going down. On the starters orders now. They're in set position. Oh boy. And they have to go back again. So, Pension in the ETW Park. It's the Class 2 boys. 11-year-old boys. These are the boys who will be next going on to high school. So, they go back to the starting point. They're on the starters orders again. For event number 54, more event after this one. And this time they're off. They're off. 100 meters, Class 2 boys. Down the stretch they come. They're looking good. They're running hard. Who is taking the lead here? St. Thomas is look good in the lead. As they come down, St. Thomas is look good. He's followed by VOJ and Charlestown is in there as well. Let's see where they... Oh my goodness. And it looked like Ivor Walters sneaking in there. We'll have to see that on the replay. But St. Thomas's took the goal in good fashion. But Rebo, the silver and the bronze, we'll have to wait and see as we watch the replay now. Here goes the goal. There goes the silver and the bronze.
Charlestown family seems like they would have picked up the bronze.
That's Ivor Walters taking the bronze. And is it Joyce Lambert? VOJN took the silver. Yes, VOJN took the silver. Yeah. Very well run by the youngsters for event number 50. Event number 51 is the 12 to 13 girls. And they're in the blocks already. We'll see the lane assignment going up. Lane assignment in lane number 2. We see Jaricia Elliott of the Malcross Preparatory. In lane number 3, we have Riancia Maynard of the Joyce Liebert Primary. Lane number 4, we see Oshari Maynard of the St. James Primary. Lane number 5, we have Charisma Hodge of the Ivor Walters Primary. Lane number 6, Lamea Pollard of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. And lane number 7, Natalia Bailey coming in for the Charlestown Primary in lane number 7, and Sidondre Fleming of the St. Thomas's Primary in lane 8. And they're off down the track. They come here. Let's wait and see. St. Thomas's look good on the outside. As they come down, Charlestown is jumping back here. But there's St. James's, and they're coming down. St. James's and St. Thomas's. Oh, St. Thomas's take the goal. And it looked like Silver went to, is it St. James's? She's jumping, spinning around. She feels good about it. But it's left to be seen. St. Thomas's took the goal. St. James's would have settled for the silver. And there is Elizabeth with the bronze. But there's a buzz around the ground. Well, the crowd is going wild, but the official results we are yet to have. But the information we're getting here is that St. Thomas's is in the lead by just 3 points over the Ivor Walters Primary. This is going to be a ding-dong battle here at the ETW Park. It's going to come down to the 4x400 meters, and we're at event number 53 now with some 3 more events to go, and this one is going to be left to be seen. But we're still awaiting the official results. We just got some information that St. Thomas's is leading by 3 points, and Ivor Walters is right behind of St. Thomas's, and then you have Charlestown by some. As we're trying to get the updated scores, so Charlestown Primary 116.
Charlestown Primary 124.
Charlestown Primary is 124. We have to get them in the division A and B. So we are just trying to get the scores for you so that we can give our viewers an idea of the scores. So let's see if we have it sorted now. And this is after the 100 meters. This is after the updated after the
44 event.
event number 44. So we still need the official one after the 100. So
The 100 have not been completed as yet.
the 100, we still have one more race in the 100 meters. Event number 52. It is the 12 to 13-year-old boys, 100 meters dash, class 1 boys. So we will get this one behind us and then hope that we get some official updated scores. So, the athletes are ready. Event number 52. Set. And they're off. As they make their way down, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary should show something in this one. As they come down the stretch they come. There is Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, there is Charlestown, there is St. Thomas's. As they head towards the tape, Elizabeth takes gold. Charlestown takes the silver. And it looked like St. Thomas's took the bronze. Final 100 meters of the day. Here are the big boys. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary takes the gold. Charlestown takes silver. And the bronze have to be reviewed, or is it clear enough? That's the silver, and here's the bronze. So St. Thomas's took the bronze over VOJN. So that's the final 100 meters of the day, and the crowd is getting buzzy now because 3 points is tension.
Yes, definitely.
3 points is
slow.
tension.
Coming to the end.
It's been a very long time since St. Thomas's and even Ivor Walters taking the championship here at ETW for the inter-primary school sports meet. It's been a very long time. And these are the two teams battling here. And as soon as we get the official scores, updated scores, we'll be happy to give them to you. But in the meantime, we want to see Golf Insurance sponsored inter-primary mini Olympics here in Nevis is still ongoing, and it's going to be ending up with the 4x400 meters relays, which is going to bring down the curtains here at ETW Park. The lights are on. We are now into the darker section of the day, and it's just 6:45 here in Nevis, and we have lost the sun, but the floodlights here in the ETW Park is going to carry us through this meet and to the end. 4x4 relays is coming up shortly after this. Rainbow, it's really warming up now between the Ivor Walters Primary, the maroon team, and the green team of the St. Thomas's Primary School. And do you have some updated scores, Rainbow? Or you're just going to make a comment?
We're still waiting on the official updated scores after the 52 event. But at the end of the 44 event, the Charlestown St. Thomas's Primary School, they had 139. The Ivor Walters Primary School 136. Charlestown Primary School 124. And Joycelyn Library Primary School at 94. That's in the A division. And in the B division, you have Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School 131. Mount Cross 40. St. James 26. And VOJN 40.
And you see, though, ETW Park is almost at its capacity now. People are standing there, sitting all over the grounds here at ETW Park. Nice looking crowd, well colorful crowd, the green, the blues, the maroons, the red, the orange. They're all in their colors here at the ETW Park. And this one has come down to the 4x4 meters relay. And my goodness, this is gonna be a ding-dong battle here at the ETW Park. We're getting some scores coming in now. And we have some scores after event number 46.
Unofficial.
Unofficial scores after event number 46, where it's Joycelyn Libert, primary 101. Joycelyn Libert 101 in the A division. Charlestown Primary 128. Charlestown Primary 128. Ivor Walters Primary 144. Ivor Walters Primary 144. And St. Thomas's Primary in the lead by 2 points, 146. In the B division, we're seeing VOJN 14 points, St. James's Primary 26 points, and the Mad Cross Preparatory 43 points. And way in the lead, out of the East, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School with 134 points. They are defending and they're defending well, and there's no way the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary can lose it from here. They have double the scores of the other teams, and they're gonna go home tonight again for probably the 9th or the 8th time or 6th time as Division B. No doubt they would start to be looking at the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School probably as a possibility to go into the A division.
Well, they've been competing and competing well. They've been showing class all day. So nothing is better than being the defending champions. You have to show your colors, and they've been doing that all day.
All day.
I want to say congratulations to the Elizabeth Primary School for once again obtaining the B Division champion, and they are somewhat contender for the overall champions.
And we're now waiting for the 4x4s. And there goes our patron for this afternoon, Ariel Atherton. And she's our patron, past student of the Mad Cross Preparatory School and athlete as well. In her day, she was a true champion. She's the patron for today's, the 24th running of the Inter-Primary Mini Olympics here in ETW Park in Charlestown, Nevis, to be exact. We're seeing some guys down there on the podium. We see it in the trophies, but the crowd has spread throughout Grove, El Camino Village Park. They're all standing on the wall side. That's the area going up to the complex, and coming around to the right would be around by the basketball and netball court area, but it's all crowded. Grove Park is, El Camino Village Park is almost to capacity, Rebo. It has been a very good turnout. It's a public half holiday here in Nevis, so everyone would have gotten a chance to go home from 12 o'clock to get themselves ready and get in the park by 1:30. And it's showing a sign now in the crowd that the people has really turned out and showed up at the ETW Park.
Yeah, definitely, Woody. We would have seen somewhat an increase. You know, we have gone up at 2 more to 12,000 capacity here at the ETW Park. You know, colors, the persons coming out that supporting the teams, showing off their fashion. You know, the first team to win the championship this evening would be the Honors.
Yes, and what can we say? We had a very, very good afternoon here at the ETW Park. We've seen some exciting races. We have seen competition that we really came to see in terms of no one school dominating the afternoon, but we have seen the changes of scores, the changes of medals. First, second, and third have been going back and forth, and in the end, it has come down to the 4x4 relays now. So we're still getting some at the presentation area where some medals have been given out to the, and they're all in the golf insurance bags, and the medals given out to the athletes down there in the meantime while they get themselves ready for the 4x400 meters relay. Rabo.
Yeah, definitely, Rudy. As I said, the crowd has built up nicely. You know, we were hoping that the camera guys could show us, you know, in the depth.
Well, if you look at
the depth of the ETW Park. So
if you look at the crowd now, Rabo, it's telling us now it's getting close to crunch time. The crowd is now moving from the hillside, coming towards the pavilion, where the main action is.
Where the action and
because
the celebration would take place.
It's good competition on the track. good competition on the track, and they want to be next to the spotlight. The Charlestown Primary School team, they have their fans, they're still there, they still have hopes. Ivor Walters is in good contention. St. Thomas is primary in the league by 2 points, but probably smelling a victory here. And they only have to come off with the 4x4s and to really put the cap on the ice.
Yeah, definitely, Woody. And unofficial at the end of the 46 event, we see St. Thomas's Primary School 146 and followed closely by Ivor Walters, which 144. We have a race on our hand at the end of the other two events.
Yes, there's a race on our hand here. And it's never over until the fat lady sings. And what else can we ask for this afternoon? We had some lovely races. We had a good turnout. The crowd was very well behaved, and they was really showing the attention to the athletes on the track, because at one time there was a big hush around the ETW park, and the crowd got back into the action when the scores begin to get close. And all in all, it now winds down to the two big events of the afternoon, which is the 4x4 100 meters relays. Is going to decide and going to bring down the curtains here at the ETW Park to let us know who would be the 2016 Mini Olympics Golf Insurance champions here this afternoon. We have waited months and weeks for this, and we are now down to the two final races of the afternoon. As we see some presentation going on downstairs with some medals of the athletes that would have run earlier this afternoon. We just want to say thank you to all our online viewers, all those who have joined us on the World Wide Web. We hope that you had a very good viewing, and we encourage you to mark the date for next year when we'll be back here. Usually it's on the 1st of April, this year being a leap year, coming in on the 30th of March this year, and no doubt next year it will be back on the April 1st. But stay tuned and stay close, and you would know exactly when the inter-primary will be back here again for the 25th running of the inter-primary. All those in the US, Gigi, I know you're watching, kudos to you, and I hope you had a good Easter. Sonia, Ardis, and my whole family, all those who are listening in radio, in TV land, and wherever you may be, we hope that you enjoy our event here so far, with two more races to come on the card. It is the 4x4, open male and open female, which is going to bring down the curtains here. As I've just been joined back by Brian Dow. Brian Dow, you've been on the outside, you pick up anything that we're not getting in here, is it?
Well, Woody, I think we have a pause for the collection of medals for the various athletes who would have made one first, second, and third, and that this is, I think, that is what the pause is for the athletes to collect their medals. Trying to lengthen it out and keeping you in suspense. Those who are via the internet. Of course, we're not doing that. We just have a brief interruption here just to collect some medals.
Giving them some information as well.
Of course, we'll be giving you all the information that you need to hold you for the time being until we come to the final two. And they're set for the 4x4. Okay, we are back after a brief break. Don't forget, it's the 24th edition of the Golf Insurance Primary School Athletic Championship Meet. And we are down to event number 53, just two more events for this afternoon. It's the girls 5-13 4x4 relay open, and the Charlestown Primary School, they are the record holder for this meet back in 2004 in a time of 4:34.56 seconds. And the relay team of Charlestown Primary School will have held that for a number of years, and of course still holding it until we could see something different this evening. Looking at the lane assignment for event number 53, Ivor Walters in lane number 2, St. Thomas's in lane number 3, Joyce in Libert in lane number 4, lane number 5, Mount Cross Preparatory, lane 6, Elizabeth Primary, Pemberton Primary, and lane 7, you have the Charlestown Primary. Remember, it's open, and it's the best of their best athletes, long distance, endurance, and of course with a little bit of quickness. It's the 4x4, it's a race of endurance. Yes, you will take a little bit of speed, but more so endurance, and because you would have to go around, I think, one and a third or one and something of that nature. And it's a very, 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 it's a very enjoying race. So this is where the rubber will meet the road, the final 2 events, and who would walk away with the 2016 Inter-Primary Championship trophy. It's still left to be seen. Ivor Walters or the St. Thomas's Primary, they're neck and neck. We're hoping to get some scores after the end of the 100 meters, and of course that would give you a good idea what I don't know if you could make any predictions yet, because of course we still have 2 other races, and these 2 races would tell who would be the champions for 2016. Remember, after the 46 event, St. Thomas's Primary won 46 and Ivor Walters and won 44. And those are the 2 competing in the A division. And the 4x4, they're off. Open girls, remember the record holder, Charlestown Primary School. They would have held that back in 2004 in 4:34.56 seconds. So we'll wait and see. They have to go around. In lane 2, Ivor Walters Primary, lane 3, St. Thomas's, lane 4, Joyce Lane, lane 5, Maud Cross, lane 6, Elizabeth Primary, lane 7, Charlestown Primary. Out front is the Joyce in Libert, followed by the St. Thomas's. St. Thomas's is just an edge in front of the Joyce in Libert Primary, followed by the St. James on the outside, the EPPS, and just on the inside, some distance behind, is the Joyce in Libert Primary. Let's see what will happen. The first handoff, it soon be up. It's a race of endurance, and of course the children would have been, the athletes, would have been running since afternoon, so they might be a bit tired. We see St. Thomas is handing over the baton first, then Joyce in Libert Primary, EPPS, and let's see who's next. The St. Thomas's is out in a jiffy. Of course, the competition as it is between St. Thomas's Primary and Ivor Walters Primary. So those 2 schools will want to do their best in these 2 remaining races to just clinch it. Maybe by 4 points, maybe by 6 points, but with whatever the points standing will be, I don't think one will outweigh the other by that much. But St. Thomas is out front. It's the first baton pass. Let's see what will happen. The EPPS and the Joyce in Libert and Ivor Walters, they're there. The St. James, also the Charlestown Primary is there also. And let's see what will happen after the second handoff. And St. Thomas's is still maintaining the lead. A distance, she's looking to increase that distance on the EPPS of some 15 meters. The Joyce in Libert is behind in 3rd position. And the Ivor Walters is there. The St. Thomas's is going to make the second handoff, and she does it now. It's good. And they, of course, they can't cut into the inner lane because the first handoff has already taken place. St. Thomas's is running very good indeed. She has a lead on the rest of the athletes, and the rest of the school, and she's not going to give where this one, because this one would mean something to them, because this one would probably decide whether they win the championship or they lose the championship. And for St. Thomas's, they're running with all of their might. They know that they are in front, but not much point, and they cannot afford to give anything away at this juncture. 4x4 Woody St. Thomas's still leading. They're out front by some distance, 15 to 20 meters on JLPS, and Ivor Walters not so close in this race, I must say. St. Thomas's is going for their last baton handoff. They're holding their own. 273 of the St. Thomas's Primary School running well. I don't see any competition yet, Rudy, and she has a good distance. Is the third handoff, and she does it now.
Yes, though. This is where we were talking about earlier. The longer races, St. Thomas is definitely going to come back in the picture. And what can you want from them in this race? Look at how they're running. They're running with a purpose. They're not out telling, was told by the coach that these two last races, you got to win these and win the championship. And they're doing just so. And they're running nicely. And they really have performed well here this afternoon. But it's all left to be seen and see what happened in, the actual finishes in this race. Because if Ivor Walters could pull back somewhere and come in second here, and then times change in the last race. But as you can see, I think St. Thomas is in good position for the championship based on the race, you know.
Definitely, Rudy, as I said, at the 46th race, and judging from the rest of the races, they would have placed either first or second in the 100 meters. And so between them and Ivor Walters, but Ivor Walters probably would have gotten, if it's 4 races, Ivor Walters would have probably gotten 2. They gotten 2 to split it 1-1, and the rest goes to the other school. But nonetheless, there is the last baton handoff, and she's slowing up. She's tiring. She's finishing. She's finishing. She has taken the goal, and
she wasn't sure.
Brilliantly, she seemed as if she almost had me confused. I thought she was going around, because what happened actually, she lapped the other one. So I guess in her mind, she has to go on again, and almost confused me in the making. JLPS, sorry. JLPS taking second, EPPS taking third for the 4x4.
That's the blue, VOGN in the blue.
The VOGN, sorry.
Yes.
Taking second, and Charlestown Primary in 4th position, EPP in 3rd. And Woody, interestingly enough, Ivor Walters not in the mix.
Yes.
And JLPS not in the mix. What is going on? We have one more open race, and the Ivor Walters would have to do something if they want to challenge the St. Thomas's for the cup.
Yes, definitely. And even if Ivor Walters is to go on to say, let's just for argument's sake, say win the next race, and if St. Thomas is still coming in a good position, it will still go St. Thomas's way.
Definitely.
Because they have already put the icing on the cake with this race, which is the open girls.
Because Rudy, after the 46, you would have had just 2 more events after that. The 47th and 48th, not 2 events, sorry. You would have had a number of events after that. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 events after that. And I am almost certain that those events did not go all to the Ivor Walters. St. Thomas's would have come somewhere in between there, even stealing 2 out of that 6. And yes, that would have put them in an even better position. And I know Ivor Walters did not win all of those races, or even 4 of those races. So it's we not calling it, but Woody, it's going to be close.
So what we're watching here now is a rerun. This is just the replay with the open girls. And so, but I think it's all St. Thomas's from here.
I would believe this. The St. Thomas's crowd, of course, they are already celebrating it. Woody, I was on the outside, and they they feels as if they have already won, although there's another one race to go before we can culminate this evening's meet.
And now about 4 years ago when St. Thomas's won the championship here, we saw some fruit trees pulled up in the neighborhood, banana trees, pumpkin trees, papaya trees. They just pulled something green and they went to the park like a hurricane.
My good friend and my child's godfather, Sel Godo. You know he's the number one.
I don't know where Piggy them come from, but Lord of us, I see some banana tree. I say, well, the lady at the back there, the pavilion, she lost some banana trees. So it's not, she must be guarding the fruit trees now, knowing, hearing that St. Thomas's could pull it off here this evening.
Exactly, Woody. And you know, what I would say, I'm not going to call it as yet, Woody, but based on the results, we could say that St. Thomas's Primary, is in a good position.
Very good position.
And we'll see what happens for the next race, the last race, and we'll see what happens, Rudy. As we look here, Rudy, we can read the results, and Weber, of course, will copy them down and we'll give them at a later time. But at the A division, we see we're looking at the A division. Joycelyn Liburd is in 4th position with 112, and followed by Charlestown Primary with 145. St. Ivor Walters, is 155, and that is after the 100 meters. And the St. Thomas's out front with 174. You're looking at 10 and 5, there's 15, almost 19 points. They're ahead of the St. Thomas's, Ivor Walters. So you're looking at Ivor Walters 155, St. Thomas's 174 in the A category, and more so in the B category, we see Viogen on 18 points, St. James on 32, Mount Cross 51, and of course the defending champion EPPS out front in the 145. So Charlestown and EPPS, the comparison which was just being drawn to my attention. Imagine the EPPS, which is the defending champions, on 145, and St. Thomas's Primary, which is in the A division, is same 145 points. Goody, I think EPPS should go up today.
Definitely. And this is nothing against anybody or any schools, but they have been competing in the B division, and they have been winning most of the A division classes at the end of the day.
Definitely.
I can see they have this strategy, what they have saying about the role of the school, the amount. But if that could be a factor, if you find that at the end of the day, they are running short of athletes for a particular race. But they have been competing in every race. So once you've been competing in every race, it shows that you have the amount of athletes to compete within any division.
I believe some consideration to be given to the EPPS because, as I said, they have some brilliant athletes and they are competing and they are ahead, and not just a little ahead, they are way ahead of the other B division schools. So I think they should put to compete in the A division. What I think, Woody, they should have done, as we do in football, is to class them by performance. And I think they have enough athletes to compete in all the races, so I think they should have gone up to another class so as to make competition in that class even better. So, but again, that's something for the officials to take care of. The sports, the education department, we leave that to them. Of course, they are in charge. But as I said before, 145, St. Thomas's Primary is out front by some 19 points of the Ivor Walters Primary School.
That's where the curtain come down, Woody. Even when we were speaking, they're off. We'll get back to that. They're off. It's the open boys, 4x400 meters. As they make their way around, St. Thomas's Primary, it's Charlestown in the lead, followed by Marcos Prep. There's Elizabeth Pemberton, Ivor Walters, St. Thomas's Primary, Biogen coming up behind. They make their way around on the western end of the ground. And it's Charlestown Primary looking to hold on here. But there's this Elizabeth Pemberton Primary athlete, the same one who took the goal in the 100 and 200 meters. He's leading the way here for the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. On the outside is Charlestown in lane number 8, it looks like. And here comes Marcos Prep. Here is Ivor Walters and St. Thomas is now coming back there in the rear. Charlestown is trying to push hard here, but can he make it? As they turn to come down now for the final time for the first baton pass. It's still Elizabeth Pemberton Primary in the lead by some 15 meters or so. And he's flying up somewhat, which he's about to pass off now. Yes. And so is Charlestown, so is Ivor Walters, and also St. Thomas's as they go around. St. Thomas's and Ivor Walters is battling at the back as well. As Elizabeth Pemberton Primary still lead the way now. Charlestown in second spot is trying to catch up here. This is his turf, he says, and he wants to pull it off here now. But Ivor Walters is coming hard as well, but it's 400 meters to run. It's left to be seen what happened here. I like the strive of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. At the top of the stretch now, Charlestown is shoulder to shoulder with Elizabeth, but Elizabeth said, no, we are the big ones. And he's fighting back as he go down the stretch. They are battling. They still have another 100 and something meters to run here. As they go down, here comes Marcos Preparatory. As they come down, Elizabeth still holding on to the lead. Charlestown is following closely, but can they pull it off here? It's left to be seen as they go around the turn for the second baton pass. They're making their way up to the station now. Charlestown is backing off somewhat, and it's Elizabeth Pemberton who is really pushing on now, but they're that close. Here is the next baton pass. Elizabeth Pemberton goes off. So is Charlestown. And on the stretch they come. No St. Thomas is showing up in this one. No Ivor Walters in this one up front. But here they go. They're going around the top of the stretch. And even the struts now urging on the athletes as they make their way around. Ivor Walters is showing up now in the picture. So is St. Thomas's as they make their way around. Here comes Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, followed by it's Charlestown. Charlestown is right there on his heels, but can he hold on? Can he take over? Oh, they're begging him to do it. There goes the Charlestown fans begging him to do it, but Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, he is not an athlete to back off. He's not going to give up. He knows that he's not able to be given up here. Charlestown is coming. Charlestown is right there. They're rubbing. They're running shoulder to shoulder, but he just cannot pass. And Elizabeth, they're now still shoulder to shoulder here. Elizabeth, showing him who is the big one here. As they go around the track, and they both pass it off. And here comes the final one. As they come around, oh, look at Elizabeth. Look at Elizabeth. He's striving like a 100 meters runner. And they make their way down the stretch they go. Oh, he's looking good, moving away from the Charlestown. Around the turn they go. Does he have the speed and the stamina to clear the hill? Because Charlestown is still there. As he go up the hill, he's moving away from Charlestown. What a team they have here for the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. It seems as though they're going to lap somebody here as they make their way around. Charlestown is fighting hard. Up the hill they come. Charlestown is coming. Elizabeth is holding on. Oh, he's blowing out everything again. He's blowing. Here comes Charlestown in a rush. Charlestown in a rush. He takes over the lead. Elizabeth have lost some gas there. And around the... Oh, that was a little tumble there because there was a button pass in the process. And Charlestown is going to take the goal. Oh, Charlestown will take goal. But VOGN say they want to take back over Charlestown. They don't want to be lapped, but they will go the other way. Charlestown takes the goal. Is it St. James or Charlestown? He looked a little reddish here. We'll have to look and see, Brian, because, you know, it's in the evening now and we're looking through the cameras. And was it Charlestown or St. James's? St. James's is in a red top. Charlestown is more in an orange top. And we will have to wait and see. Let's see if we could pick up some more colors here. But it could have been St. James's that he went past. The colors look a little different. And they're still waiting for more athletes to come. Here comes VOGN. Here comes Marcos Prep. They're still battling.
Charlestown. St. James is not in this one.
Charlestown. It was Charlestown. And here's a little battle to the end. They're coming down. Who's going to come last in this one? Oh, what a rush for the last spot. And VOGN. clinching over the baby blue Mad Cross Prep.
Woody, we see the culmination of the 53rd event, the 53rd? The 54th, sorry, event, the last event of the inter-primary. We're just looking at the replay now on the screen for those who are viewing via the internet. And interestingly, Woody, as I go back to the scores, as we have to keep our internet listeners and watchers up to date, the scores, as we like to look at the top two in the A and B, and as we look at the B category, we see the EPPS with 145 way out front. The next person in line is the Mod Course at 51, St. James 32, and the VOJN on 18. So we're looking at the defending champions in the B division. EPPS, they defended their championship. They have held on to their B division, and now we go over to the A division, which is more interesting in terms of the big school, so to speak. And we look at the JLPS, the defending champions, Woody, interestingly enough, on 112 in fourth position, and that is after the 100 meters. So there was only two other races to include the 4x4 open boys and girls, and they did not come first in any one of those races. So clearly we could count the JLPS out as being the defending champions. They are in fourth position on 112, the Charlestown Primary School on 145, Ivor Walters on 155, and St. Thomas's Primary out front on 174.
They're starting to.
And interestingly enough, Woody, we could make a call here, although it would be unofficial, but judging from the point standing, 174 and winning one more race out of the two.
They're gone clear.
Okay, that's from our advantage point, Woody.
But
still have to wait on the judges.
Yes, but I'm going to draw you another scenario. Last year, we had Joyce Liebert winning the championship. And in second was the St. Thomas's Primary. In third, we had Ivor Walters Primary. This year round, as the older athletes roll out, I'm seeing the trend again. Next year, mark my words, Ivor Walters Primary is going to be in a better position than this year, because what the Ivor Walters Primary has been coming with, the smaller athletes up to at least the grade 5, they have been performing well. But the grade 6, the bigger ones, they were very weak. And with these St. Thomas's Primary grade 6 girls and boys rolling out into high school, you're going to expose Ivor Walters even more towards the victory for next time around. But it's been a pattern. It happened last year. Same thing with Joyce Liebert. And then now this year, the grade 4 and 5 from the St. Thomas's Primary has come to the plate and dominate in the A class, in the class 1 and 2. And they actually won the championship today. And so we can almost see a similar trend for next year coming off with the Ivor Walters if all goes well with them.
Yes, Woody, and what I can see, to look at some of the top athletes at the Ivor Walters Primary School, the top athletes, we're looking at, well, Jaden is he's in grade 6, so he's going over to high school. But Kenway, I think he's what, grade 5?
Jaden,
5? Yeah.
Jaden is in like grade 4.
Jaden is in grade 4.
Jaden is in grade 4.
And Kenwan
is in grade 5.
I think.
Yes, he has another year.
So these are athletes that will be left. They are dominating even now,
right?
And they will be
classes.
going over to another class and continue to dominate that class. So I think things will be looking. And again, looking at the St. Thomas's Primary, Woody, not ruling out the young chap there for duo. He's only in grade 4 too.
Yes.
And he'll be going over to grade 5. So the competition, as I see it, unless the Charlestown Primary steps up tremendously and JLPS come back to and want to retain the championship, I still see St. Thomas's and Ivor Walters battling next year come God's will and Woody.
Well, it will be a battle, but looking at the trend and the athletes, the way how they roll into the high school area, I think that Ivor Walters will have a little advantage in terms of having most of the athletes, because almost all of Ivor Walters' athletes who have dominated here today, they will be back next year. Because they wouldn't be going to high school yet.
Yes, yes.
Kenron is in grade 5. He still have to move to grade 6. And you will have these same athletes that run the 4x4 here for St. Thomas's and even Charlestown. They will be rolling over into high school. And so, there is where the strength is coming from behind.
Yeah.
Because Ivor Walters have done all good from kindergarten come right up. But in the bigger classes, they have been very weak. And there is where they're going to be, because Kenron now will be coming as the senior in class 1.
Definitely.
Next time around. And he's performing in his class. So, you know, and it's the same thing that happened to Charlestown primary school.
Primary school, yeah.
Because in the past, they have had some strong athletes up at the top.
Yep.
And what happened as they roll over into high school, the whole school tend to roll back.
Yeah.
So it all depends on the batch of athletes you have rolling in a certain year. Last year, St. Thomas's lost because Joyce and Lyman had a good A-class team.
Yeah.
And they fall second. This year, they are the one with the strong A-class
Exactly.
team. So, next time around is Cameron and those guys from Ivor Walter will be dominating the A-class.
Yes, definitely.
It's a trend, but you will always be a battle.
Always.
And it's going to come down. It's going to come down to the final 4x4 as we see on the side today. Because it then decided by the A class 1 and 2.
Yes, Woody.
In the last 2 races.
Woody interested me as usual. The Inter-Primary, the Gulf Insurance Primary School Athletic Championship 24th edition has been a successful one, yes, for Gulf Insurance and for everyone, and more so for the St. Thomas's Primary School, because they would have lost out on the championship last year, and now this year I would have spoken to Emmanuel Keynes, one of the coach at the St. Thomas's Primary School, and I remember speaking to him after the Ivor Walters Primary School Sports, and I asked him what is he doing for this year, because we were there at the Ivor Walters Primary School, and this is what I like to do, Rudy. I go to the top school and I look at the athletes, and then I compete, because it's a lot easier when it comes to the inter-primary, so we could know who athlete is what and what athlete is who, and what we expect of them on that particular day.
And I agree that point, because I made my way around the island, all over into the St. James area. And I'm going to be honest, I'm very disappointed with the performance of the Joyce and Lyman Primary.
Very.
Because in my going around, I had them in a better rating today. But they didn't show what I saw at their own sports season.
Definitely.
Maybe it's a different turf, different ground. But something went wrong. Something went wrong. They didn't even put up a fight.
Didn't. I was disappointed, because, as I said, I am normally at the Joyce and Lyman Primary School, and the athletes look well, Woody. I compared the athletes, Joyce and Lyman, and I said to Emmanuel Keynes, you're going to have a fight on your hand. I'm not saying you're not going to win, but you're going to have a fight. The St. Thomas's, they're looking, the Joyce and Lyman, looking good. JL Pierce looking good. Charlestown was needed to do some more work, but of course they are the 4 top A division teams, and I am very much elated, Woody, that Emmanuel Keynes, after working so hard, and because he has been at it for a while, and of course kudos to he and his team, Jasmine and the rest of the guys there, the St. Thomas's Primary, and the young chap, he's always with them, but so does the dancing for the clown. Dougie is always there with them, and he is celebrating with them, and Stella and all those.
They have all right to celebrate, because they have worked hard.
They have worked hard, and they have come from a long way.
And I just want to say congratulations to the St. Thomas team, the teachers, the students, and everyone involved, because all these days now everybody is putting in their time. I got to say congratulations to the coaches at the Ivor Walter School as well. Gavin Manners, Sylvester Brown, Young Newton, and also Kezi Archibald. These guys have worked hard. I've seen them going to the beaches and getting the exercise. And today, even though they didn't win the championship, they have come from strength to strength, and they're now in the second spot. After they used to come to the bottom of the table, and now they're in the second. So it's a good encouragement for them.
Definitely.
And this should really push them next year to even try and do better. But we got to say congratulations to all the schools, because the performance, the standard is rising every year, because everyone now is alert and they're going out and practicing, and this is the end result of good training and fitness, and at the end of the day you can say well done St. Thomas's Primary School for reaching
Well,
the 24th run to the championship.
Woody Boy, just on the official now scores, the official scores to culminate everything. So of course, yes, we would have said that St. Thomas's have won, but of course unofficial, because now it's no official. They have won based on the scores that has just been given to me. And if we look at the bottom of the B table, VOJN on 18 points, St. James is on 32, Mordcourse on 51, and EPPS out front by winning the B division with 152, 152 points. EPPS, so congratulations to the EPPS, that's the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. They have done a good job. Now in the A division, JLPS 101, on 117 points. JLPS, the defending champions, on 117. CPS, the Charlestown Primary School, 153. And Ivor Walters, interestingly again, Woody Boy, Ivor Walters winning the Charlestown Primary by just 6 points, 159. And then out front by some 21 points is the St. Thomas's Primary School on 182 points. Kudos to St. Thomas's Primary School. Emmanuel Keynes, it's official now. St. Thomas's Primary School is the champions of the Inter-Primary 2016 Golfing Show's 24th edition. Rudy Boy.
Yes, and the end result of the scores, you see that 6 points, that came down to the 4x4.
Exactly.
Because the Ivor Walters didn't have the top athletes in that bigger class. So they would have lost a lot of ground in that area. Charlestown picking up a first in the 4x4 boys.
Yep.
And that would have boosted them some more.
Yes,
but
definitely.
Ivor Walters didn't do nothing for the 4x4. And that brought the scores way there. And it makes them the lead for the St. Thomas's Primary.
Well,
but it's been a good meet. And it was nice working alongside you, Brian Dow. We hope that we'll be here next year, same time, same place, to do it all over again. We want to say thanks to NNC for having us to carry this commentary live on Sky Sports all across the Eastern Caribbean, America, and England, and as far as the globe can go. And we want to say thank you for viewing, and stick with us next time around. And I want to wish one and all a very pleasant evening. Those of you who in the night, in those of you who breaking up towards the morning, we want to say good morning to you wherever you are in the globe.
Okay, Woody, we want to say thanks to you for coming by and keeping my company, Woody. I am hoping that you will be here next year, God's Spill Life. We will be back here because, as you said, we have Sky Sports and NNC is bringing it to the globe. And it was very nice having your company here, Woody. You would have done the Ivor Walters sports together, and of course, looking forward to do the local sports again come next year, God's Spill Life, and back here for the Inter-Primary, Woody. Not forgetting Weibo who chipped in when I was out.
Very
Weibo,
important role.
you want to close off?
Yes, we'll give Weibo, you can say your last words to the public. I mean, everyone is expecting to hear him a goodbye, some well wishes.
I don't understand why Weibo is running Woody. But nonetheless, the 24th edition of the Golfing Shows have come to a close. Beautiful, charming, and elegant patron for the evening, Renelle Atherton, and one of the past student and a very exceptional athlete at the Mordcourse Preparatory. She was the patron for this afternoon's meet. And as I said, we say thanks to everyone. Thanks to
she's also out of the St. Thomas's area.
And she's out of
it's all St. Thomas's today. From the patron right down to the final race.
All St. Thomas's. Never mind.